So we check. Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh,
Howdy.
I was scrambling there.
Oh, no.
I was having problems.
Don't we all?
Some more than
Guys
others.
do.
We were having deep combos.
We had a deep
and
conversation
I
there.
distracted you, and I'm sorry.
My headphone levels are all whacked out. We're good. We're good now.
It's Wednesday.
I like to take
It
it
is
up
Wednesday.
to the very last second.
Oh, and we did. Oh, we did. Yeah, Scott, make note it's hump day.
All right.
Noted.
H-U-
H-U-M-P D-A-Y.
D-A.
D-A-Y. My subdivision is having their annual garage sale today.
Oh, great. Do you have anything out
No.
for grabs?
No.
I need to do a garage sale.
No.
Hey, did I read somewhere
should do one
that
here.
garage sales are illegal?
Well, then we're
They
outlaws,
should be.
dude.
I'm serious now. I think there's actually like, I mean,
I'm sure in certain municipalities.
But no, well, yeah, I think it's against the rules in certain municipalities. But I think it's technically legal because you're like selling things without a permit. You're not paying taxes on it. Like, I mean,
But you
so
already
it's-
bought it
That's
and paid taxes
hilarious.
on things. So, like, you can do with what you please,
What's the
right?
difference between that and Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
don't argue with me, man. I'm just telling you what I heard.
It's big resell that's against it.
Everything you say, I'm going to agree with you because I don't know.
I don't know if anybody's if that is a rule, or maybe it's a municipality by municipality thing.
Well, how does Goodwill get away? I was at Goodwill this weekend and I bought a really cute little backpack. Okay. And how do they get around? How can they tax anyone? Everybody's dropping crap off at Goodwill and then there's sales tax.
Because they're not-
So when you buy something from
profit.
Goodwill, there's sales tax?
I think there was, yeah. Or the price is built in to have tax. Like this, I bought this little St. Louis Zoo kids backpack, and it was like $4.77.
Plus tax.
No, I think it was just $4.77. But I think the tax is like built into the price.
They're not-
Listen, I don't know how that works.
yeah.
Well, remember, you can write off
Well, yeah,
your
all I know
charitable
is
donations.
if I go down to Goodwill with a trunk full of crap and they give me a receipt, I go, great.
Okay, so
I give it to
Hey,
the tax guy.
This is funny. We're talking about thrift stores because I went to Savers this weekend, and their manager gave me a whole bunch of pins.
Yeah, but
to give me
Savers.
next.
Okay,
Oh,
so there's
sweet.
a couple
That's
Savers in the
That's so
area.
awesome.
There's one Clayton and Clarkson.
that's the one with the red logo?
That's a blue, I
Yeah.
thought.
Whatever.
I don't
Whatever.
But are they even a charity?
Who knows?
No, they're
it's
a
Savers.
business.
They're straight up like, here, just take my crap out of my. Here's my garbage.
Yeah, I
sell
think
it.
so.
Sell it. Sell my garbage.
You don't get a receipt for it
Nor should you. 'cause
Wait, you
your
don't,
it's
you don't get a
garbage.
charitable...
for Savers.
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
If I was to donate to Savers, you're saying I don't get a charitable
No,
donation?
because I don't think they're a charity.
I like how we just let things exist and nobody knows how anything works ever. Right? We all just take it
If
for
I'm not
granted.
mistaken, and somebody will correct me if I'm
It's
wrong.
publicly for-profit thrift store.
Right, Savers. I don't want this. This is good. I want this to be somebody else's problem.
Here, you sell this.
You sell this, and I will take no money.
Which is still it's still a good service because the people that don't want the write-off or care and have the stuff and don't want to see it in a trash heap.
What would otherwise go in the garbage?
Yeah, I
we've
mean,
dropped stuff off at Savers.
This is good.
And Savers, I appreciate them because other thrift stores around the area have somehow increased prices with the inflation, and Savers, for the most part, their prices are still very thrift store.
I've walked
price.
around there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I guess this is the clothing that smells like cigarettes rack.
Thanks, Aunt Joan.
It does say here that garage sales are legal, but some cities and counties do require a permit
Yeah.
to organize it. I guess there is some states that maybe you got to like check on, like if you make a certain amount, you got to pay taxes on it.
You're not making a lot.
Nah, don't.
You're not making a lot of these things. We did one once when we lived in Chesterfield. When we had the Ladue Roadhouse
Oh yeah, right.
before we moved.
Interesting.
You were a
'cause
bouncer at that Roadhouse, right?
that driveway like sloped all the way down, so you just had people come down there. Or did you do it up on a street or something?
Oh no, we had
did it
down
on the
at
bottom?
Yeah. People parked on the street, and it was like a Saturday morning. We put all we had these clothing racks, and we were trying to downsize before we moved.
Yeah.
How much grip did you make?
Yeah, dude. What happened? Down payment done?
Well, I'll just say, if time is money, then the pay sucks.
Yeah.
Because, and we started the garage sale at like 6:30. Because I had read This is when you got to start. This is when the real garage sale.
Hawks come out.
The buyers are out. So, we advertised on Facebook. And man, 6:30 came. I open up the garage and I'm starting to push stuff out in the driveway. And there were people starting to park on the street.
Cool.
And people haggling over stuff that's it's a dollar. I'll give you 50 cents for it.
Whatever, take it.
Whatever, just
Get this out of
That's
here.
what they live for, though, man.
But if you do another garage sale, would you let me know? Because
I'm never doing
I'm
a
going to
garage
camp
sale
out all
again.
night, so I could be the very first one.
I want to.
Never again.
Dude, I have one memory. My parents aren't garage sale people. They're minimalists anyway, so I'm not sure what we would ever have to sell because we never had anything. But my
Precious moments.
Yeah, never. Those aren't leaving the building. So my only memory of a garage sale at my parents' house when I was a kid was my mother arguing with a lady who tried to pay with a check. It's like an $8 check, and my mom was like, "No, I'm not going to take that." And she's like, "What do you mean? I live right up the street." And she was saying, "Here's my address." And the address was on the check, and I didn't know really what checks were, or I thought it was money. I've seen my parents pay at the grocery store with a check, so I thought this gal was trying to give her $8, and my mother was refusing, and she walked away. And my mom was chirping at her sister or something about I don't know if that's going to clear. She's going to rob me, and I thought, rob you? It's like a $6 shirt or something.
So no, here's basically what it is. It's basically you've accumulated all this stuff, so. You spend the Friday night pricing the stuff, and then you drag it outside. You set up nice displays. You babysit the thing for a couple hours. And finally, maybe you get a grand total of $30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you're
lucky.
If you're there all day, all weekend.
I'm haggling over. We had an old, remember Von Dutch?
Von
Yeah.
Dutch. Oh, yes,
yeah.
the trucker hats.
Trucker hat. Somebody gave us a bag. It was a big logoed
Oh yeah,
Von Dutch
That
bag.
means
Yeah.
you made it if someone gave you a bag of that.
Well, they look like bowling ball bags.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
And they were super popular. Maybe
Super
maybe
popular
even
at the time.
expensive.
Hotties.
I thought it was
on
Von
those.
Dutch. Is it really Von?
I have no idea.
Or you just a
Did
Von
you say
Douche?
Von Douche?
Von
It's Von
Dutch.
Douche.
He said Von Douche.
Is it Von Dutch?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's how I said it.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought it was always Von Dutch.
Dutch.
No idea.
Some East Coast.
Doesn't matter.
That slaps.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The bowling ball bag. Priced reasonably for $3.
$3.
$3.
Wow.
I want it out.
What
I
a
gotta get it
now.
out of here.
It's 10 years late,
I
though.
gotta get. This was
Talk about a Von deal.
This is only 6 years late, man.
Von Dutch was 01. What
okay,
year
this
was
is
this?
2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, $3 is probably a
Somebody
good
gave it to
starting
us.
point.
They still go for $150 on their website.
$150.
Yeah. And you
$3.
So that's a
a
Von deal.
Oh no, haggled down to $1.50.
Might as well.
And you sold it for $1.50?
Yeah.
Well, then they got it half price.
Dude,
You're the sucker.
Yeah, you're the sucker, and they turned around and they sold it for probably $5.
Probably.
Unless you got something really good, it's always just trying to get this stuff off of your lot.
Yeah.
You will take and the buyers know that. Anything that's out on your lawn, you don't want anymore. So you will haggle down. That's
Hey.
the whole gimmick.
Yeah, you know that your neighbors are selling their trash.
Yeah. And you might want their trash. And that's
It's
cool.
moving trash from one place to another.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
And when the sale's over, what do you do with the stuff that you didn't sell?
Throw it in the trash.
Savers.
You drag it back into the house.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's when you take it to the Goodwill or wherever you take your
I like
donations.
to donate it to my neighbors. Just leave it in their yards.
I like to light it on fire.
Do you do consignments? Like I take some of my good clothes, my cute hippie
My wife
clothes.
does.
I take them to go get sold, and so you can make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
My wife would build up.
Same.
So they'd have like a Gucci purse or something at this consignment store, and she'd build up to get it.
Build up to get it.
Oh,
So she'd drop clothes off,
Okay.
older clothes, and they give you credit,
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and then you could build up enough credit to get whatever high end item they have there.
they have that's on consignment from someone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I had to
Oh, look at that Gucci purse! All right,
Fascinating.
Lots of cool bags
Yeah.
at your house. It sounds like.
I know.
the Von Dutch thing. Somebody gave that to us.
Oh, so you made $1.50.
I made $1.50.
That's
I
pretty
didn't buy
sweet.
it.
Plain.
That
That's
is
nice.
profit.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah, I just remember back in the day, we had Moon and I had a friend that she found a couple of thrift stores in Catholic churches or whatever. They would sell them on the certain weekends. and it was like incredible stuff, and it was pennies. Like it cost her nothing. So she'd go buy a ton of stuff,
Right.
take it all to consignment shop. She'd make a few $100s, and then whatever she didn't get, she just donated to Goodwill.
that?
And-
Yeah, dude, you find somebody that and you got to like you got to do your research and find the neighborhoods that are like, okay, there's some money over in this place. But
Well,
they're-
the
but they're
estate
close
the
enough to
estate
this
sales are
charity.
different.
The estate sales.
Estate
Those are
sales are
great.
different.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like you find, some Catholic charity or a Goodwill or something in a particular, just close enough to a particular neighborhood where there's some gal out there that has to have the new Kate Spade stuff, and the old Kate Spade stuff she doesn't even have room for, and it doesn't matter, and she'll literally drop off a $600 purse or something somewhere because she doesn't care. It's not $600 to her.
Yeah.
And then when you find these kind of gems, you just check in every 3 weeks or so because you never know.
Well, and somebody says it's a great place to buy power tools.
What's that? Savers?
No, at
Estate sales and
Goodwill.
garage sales.
Oh, garage.
Oh,
sales.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I love going to some of the ritzy neighborhoods. Like if you have a Ladue garage sale or estate sale happening, go. Because there is so much cool stuff that these millionaires here in town just get rid of that are brand new that they didn't need or in great condition. Sometimes
Isn't
you
it weird to
get
go
cool
to
records.
an estate sale? We went to one once and like, oh, we might as well stop here. And we go in, and it was the entire home, like the kids' room, the parents, everything was loaded with stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like,
oh yeah,
what
you
happened
can
to
find
this
some great
happened?
deals there. But you know what a garage sale also does? It makes you feel rotten about wasting your money. Also, when you drag your stuff out,
Oh, yeah.
you're hanging stuff up, you go, man, I once thought I would wear a leather vest.
Yeah.
and I spent $150 on a leather vest. But now I'm offloading it for $5.
Well, it's amazing.
What a waste.
When you go down and you're like, why did my neighbor need 3 Orlando Pace jerseys? I mean, these are all the same jersey. Like, I love doing those estate sales and just kind of like, especially when you get to walk through the house and you're like, wow, look how other people live. This is wild.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch. The best is this people buying it. I mean, the excitement, people trying to research things to get the deal of a lifetime.
Oh, no. Well, there are people there that are all business. The people that go early are all business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They do this every weekend.
Make a living off of it, some of them.
My daughter slept in this giant sleigh bed. I mean, old, vintage, antique from the 1800s. I mean, the coolest freaking bed you've ever seen. And I got that for, I think, $100 at an estate sale off of Delmar. You know those big old giant stone homes that are so cool and expensive? It's just one of those driving by. Oh, look at an estate sale. That's kind of neat. Walked out with a giant bed.
Yeah, great.
Had to go rent a truck.
Well, again, there's a big difference between a subdivision garage sale and an estate sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The estate sales are run professionally.
Yeah, they hire.
I got a couple card tables out.
Yeah, they hire those companies. They go through there. They price everything. They welcome you. They kind of tell you what's in here, how to behave.
The cool thing is if you go the last day, like on a Sunday, towards the end, they're just kind of
Well,
like,
they're
yeah, whatever,
desperate.
just
They're
take
desperate
it.
to get rid of it.
Like,
They're
Right.
trying to get
$3.
They're
Get
trying
out.
to
No.
they're trying to give $10 away for a quarter.
On the garage sale tip, and people do steal stuff. I know people were stealing stuff from the Riz family garage sale.
Oh, really?
I was sitting there in a lawn chair just watching people, and I know people are taking stuff off the table, and that's fine.
You think so?
It's not.
You really believe that about your fellow neighbors?
I mean, come on.
These were no neighbors. No neighbors were there.
Did you ask them what zip code?
No neighbor came
I think
to
it's
this.
kind of weird to go to your neighbor. Your
No
direct
neighbor
neighbor's
came to the garage sale.
What am I supposed to do? Walk past it?
Well, no, I mean it's fine to say hi and whatever, but I don't know if I would buy something from my neighbor.
Oh, you'd feel awkward?
I'd feel awkward. I'd be like,
There were no neighbors there. It was all people from out of
town,
whatever.
Or street.
They drove in.
right?
What item would make you feel too uncomfortable? You really want it, but you're like, I can't.
I don't
give them
know. I
money
mean,
and then take
I
it to
kind of
my
feel
house.
like I don't want them thinking I was like looking at their house, thinking I'm gonna buy some of this stuff. Like I don't know.
I'd like to go
I
over there
wouldn't-
and be like, do you know that clock that used to be on your wall?
Yeah, can I
Is
have
that out
that?
here?
Do you
Is
have that?
Do you have?
All right,
oh, it's still in
here
there.
are things you should never sell at a garage sale. All right, there's a list of things you should never sell at a garage sale. Used underwear.
Right.
Whatever, man.
Those are for online sale.
I don't care how broke you are. That's nasty. Medicine. Don't sell medicine.
Wait,
That's illegal.
I thought that was
Yeah, besides being illegal to buy and sell drugs at a garage sale, who would be dumb enough to
Well, if you have an alleyway
pop
behind you, you're
someone's
supposed to.
old prescription meds?
Where are your medicines? Oh, they're
Actually-
behind the underwear.
Actually, you know what? who would be dumb enough? There are people that are dumb enough. I
Right.
think I know people that would
Yeah, for sure.
pop people's prescription meds.
Wow, a fairly full bottle of Tums.
Now it's like, ooh, 5 Xanax, cool. I mean, the prescription,
What could go wrong?
personal hygiene products. I've always been stumped when I see others like selling half-empty bottles of shampoo,
Yucky.
When
slightly used makeup.
yeah, ew.
I do like buying that.
That's gross. When we moved into our place now, there was a place just around the corner that had an estate sale, and I think somebody must have passed away or something because nothing was touched, nothing was moved, and they're like everything's for sale, like everything. And we had these bookshelves, and what do you know? I need books for bookshelves.
Came with the books.
Oh man, I think I spent $10. I got 50 something.
Great.
Oh, it was the best.
Great.
But those books are easy to find because their last name is just inside the cover on everything. There's names on
Oh,
these books.
so okay, well,
It's fine.
That's
It's
kind
just,
of fun, though.
it's just,
That's fine. Just
good
makes the
thing about
bookshelf look
rebuying.
yeah, it just looks like I robbed somebody.
well, nobody's gonna. They just see a full bookshelf. They go, oh, this guy reads.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all books that I wanted.
This guy, look at this guy, reads. Okay. Also, don't sell adult movies at a garage sale unless you have a beaded curtain.
Yeah. I was just gonna
Yes,
say,
yes,
dude,
yes.
unless you made the garage a beaded curtain room.
Like a beaded curtain room, like the old
Video stores.
the old
Yeah,
video
Family
stores.
Dollar video.
Like, all right, this is the adult section. It's like old
Not a bad
Playboys
idea.
and penthouses and porn.
You could sell all sorts of nasty
Not a
stuff in
terrible
there.
idea.
That's where you can make your money. You know,
Yeah.
on old dad's Playboy collection.
Yep. Sometimes you got those vintage Playboys. People collect those. You go to any sort of, antique store around town, you can buy vintage Playboys. So people are reselling them.
Yeah, I had a friend in high school. His dad had had the entire, I guess every issue, and it was in like an old movie looking trunk. You know, like the old classic.
Yeah.
Trunks.
Like a steamer trunk.
Yeah, and you open up this trunk, and it's all stacked and organized, and like clearly this guy was looking to have the whole collection and sell it someday.
Learn on the farm.
Yeah.
I told you guys we have a ton of Playboys, like old from like the 1960s. Pretty decent condition up until like the mid to late 80s.
Wow, like every issue.
Every issue.
What you gonna do with that? Garage sale?
You
At the next Riz Show garage sale.
do the beaded curtain.
You gonna part it out? Or you gonna sell it as the whole collection?
Yeah, right. Here's your
I gotta
box
go
full of
through
porn.
them because I'm sure some particular magazines are worth more
Yeah.
than others.
Right.
Gonna do that with gloves, though, I assume. 'cause-
Boner Jams
No.
03.
And you could tell, style changes from the 60s all the way.
Well, yeah,
Up
there's
What do you
into
mean?
the- up into
Pubic
the 80s.
hairstyle? Yes.
I didn't say that.
it's a history.
We know what you're
the Merkin
thinking.
fell out of style for a while.
Okay, no, I'm saying like adult movies, like VHS. Like, oh, look, this is Say Aloha to My A-Hola. Okay, love that movie. I have
That is
parts,
the best.
2, 3, and 4.
Oh, you have movies from the farm?
No,
Oh,
these
just
are just
the magazines.
magazines. I'm just saying, no, at your garage sale, don't sell like VHS porn.
Yeah.
Don't sell broken things, which should go without saying. But there could be broken things that don't look broken. That's just bad karma
It is.
Yeah, that's wrong.
and wrong.
Like a record
It's,
all right
player
to
that
say-
it's
doesn't work.
rude. It's bad karma. All that's rolled into one.
It's okay to sell it if you're telling them, hey, it doesn't work. And
Needs some work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can fix it if you want, or I'll throw it away.
By the way, Sarah checking in says at Savers, they provide a card with a QR code, which takes you to a tax-deductible form for Veterans of America. So,
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Thank
Great.
you,
That-
Sarah.
that makes me feel better.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
right on.
That is
And
very
if I'm no tax expert here, but it's like $100 a donation. I think up to 25 per year. Look into it. Ask a
Okay.
professional.
Great. Don't sell worn plates, pots, and other cookware, especially like stuff that's like rusty or like the flaky non-stick coating is like coming
cool.
off.
The Teflon.
Gross.
Come
is-
on, man.
You're eating half Teflon.
Also, hey,
Hey.
why are you buying that stuff?
Maybe it's you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Dude, up until just
Desperate times.
a couple of years ago, we had that. I was like, we got to get rid of that.
You got to get rid of that, man. That's all going into your food.
Listen, man, I've said it 100 times. I know. I finally won the fight.
We've really, in the Riz house, moved away from like the non-stick coating stuff.
Yeah, we have two now, but took a minute. It was a process. It's all in my blood now.
Yeah, way to go. Also, this was an important one that I saw on this list of things not to sell, like drop side cribs or like baby stuff that's been like recalled like because of safety issues.
Well,
gosh.
so that I don't know. It's a gray area because the problem with those things, any
They said
baby
specific.
thing,
So remember the drop side cribs?
not really.
Like kids were getting killed.
It had like a fence, or I mean,
fence,
like a
guillotine
gate.
on it?
The fence, but like you could like push it or pull it and it would drop down.
Okay, I know. I feel like I can visualize what you're saying. That had a recall on it?
Oh yeah, and they don't sell those anymore.
Well, I mean, do people know that though? Here's what I'm saying about the baby stuff. You can't donate it. Goodwill won't take it. You can't because there's too many safety concerns.
Yeah, what's I'm saying. Like
They don't know how you may have messed it up, or maybe the handle's not great. Like they don't want to risk it. No liability there. So what are you supposed to do with this stuff? I got a stroller that cost me $500, and no cousins are going to take it. That's garage sale
yeah,
material,
I know,
brother.
but then
That's where I'm going to make
the money
the
kind of
beef.
back.
Yeah.
But you're selling something knowing there's possibly safety
I'm
risks.
not saying I would sell something if I knew there were safety risks. I don't think anybody's going to do that.
This is where you go get a Bichon freeze so it can just ride in that little cart for a long time and
Like so,
money for
drop
it.
side cribs. The cribs drop down sides can malfunction, attach, or otherwise fail, causing part of the drop side to fall out of position, creating a space in which the infant or toddler can roll and become wedged or entrapped.
Golly.
Chances are, if you have something that's made news like that, it's been in a dumpster for a while anyway.
Also, child car seats.
They're like helmets, right? Like one and done kind of thing?
Child car seats could be a little pricey, but it's a kid's safety we're talking about here. I would say to not sell your kid's outgrown car seat unless you know for sure there have been no recalls on it.
This car seat works great. It's only been through tent and wrecks. It's a good deal.
Don't sell smelly items, moldy items,
Ah,
dusty things.
what am I supposed to sell?
That is where you really find your deals is strollers. Because man, when you're going through kids, when you're broke and you need a stroller, everything's a Rolls Royce, man. It's just like how am I gonna cart this kid? I cannot afford the stroller anywhere new. And once you find one at a garage sale, you're like, oh my gosh,
You know what?
how many
And
kids
here-
have gone through this?
I remember when the boy was born. You know, we had to get the best.
No, yeah. So you
The
can run
best
behind
stroller.
it. And,
You know, what a waste. What a friggin' waste.
But that's what I mean. You find one for $25 at a garage
And
sale
for
that
the
looks
girl,
in good
and
shape.
for the girl, it was like, okay, when she grew out of the one car seat we had, or not the car seat, the stroller, like a $7 umbrella stroller. That you just there you go.
Yeah.
It rolls.
Yeah.
You're fine.
It moves. It helps.
It
me. I don't
moves,
have
you're
to carry
fine.
you.
So, hey, good luck, and I'm not participating. Never again.
Doggone it.
Never again. a
If
garage
you do,
sale.
though, let me know because I'll camp out and be the first one in line.
Never again. Hey, when we were getting off the air yesterday, you know, we broke the news that Whitey Herzog had passed away at the age of 92. And, you know, watching all the coverage on every news station, you know, last night, this is another moment where me not being from here, I will never really truly get what kind of impact that Whitey Herzog had on people of St. Louis.
Yeah, huge, man.
As the manager of the Cardinals from 1980 to 1990, you know, those are people in their 40s, in their 30s, their formidable years when they got into baseball. You know, those are the Cardinal teams that they rooted for when they were kids.
Right.
It made it exciting. And I'll say this, and I know you're going to get into it, and everybody knows what he did here, but if Herzog wasn't here in the 90s, in that particular stadium, we could...
Well, in the 80s.
80s.
So 1980 to 1990.
Yeah, what did I say?
90s.
I'm sorry. If he wasn't here in the 80s, in that particular stadium, we could have and probably would have had a very boring decade of baseball.
Yeah, I mean, he changed baseball for a whole, like
especially
10 years or whatever because of Whitey ball. Like he,
Yeah, I
changed
mean,
the way
he's got a style of baseball named after him.
Yeah,
But
he's a huge impact on the sport.
Yeah, and that style had its place and had to have its place in Cardinal baseball because of Busch Stadium
Yeah.
at the time.
And remember, a few years ago, we had at this out the Hoots. What's it called?
Carshield Field?
Yeah, Carshield Field. We had Vince Coleman out there, and he was coaching. He was talking about what frustrates him about modern baseball, and he loves the Whitey ball kind of era.
It was
It
fun.
was so good, man, and the bases they were stealing and all that.
So what is Whitey ball? And actually, there's a Wikipedia entry on what is Whitey ball, named after former Cardinal manager Whitey Herzog.
Can we guess some of
Go ahead.
the points of it? Oh, I think one of the points is you're playing with a team that's in a turf stadium that is not super home run friendly, and you're playing with teams that aren't built around a single power hitter.
That's it. That's almost exactly it.
Yeah, so we're not like Babe Ruth balling it or Derek Jeter or whoever you want to talk about, Aaron Judge. We didn't have any of that kind of stuff. So he's got Ozzie Smith, Vince Coleman, and probably 6 other guys that I can't think of right now that can switch hit. Terry Pendleton, all these switch hit guys.
They also have speed.
Yeah, so it's all about speed, base running. I think line drives were a big part of it.
Bunting was big.
Yeah, and just
So-
like quick, fast, inside the park sort of runs, and then super crazy focus on defense.
So coined by the press during the 1982 World Series, described the style of Herzog's St. Louis Cardinals. The team won the World Series without a typical power hitter. Instead, using speed on the base paths, solid pitching, excellent defense, and line drive base hits. Whitey ball was well suited to the fast, hard AstroTurf surface of Busch Stadium, which created large, unpredictable bounces when the ball hit it at sharp angles. Yeah, he used a strategy for his team during the 80s until he left in 1990.
Yeah, it's really cool to see like strategy into baseball depending on your environment.
He also just seemed like a nice man.
Yeah,
Like a no
guy.
BS guy.
Yeah, I saw him at Schnucks once
Oh, you did?
in the dairy section.
Of course.
Did he have a strategy there that?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like,
Yeah, he's got a
something?
strategy.
Yeah.
I feel like Whitey Herzog would have only drank D milk, Like no almond milk, no skim.
Oh no,
Yeah.
white
Straight
milk,
D.
straight white cow's milk.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
No, they had a nice little write up in STL today, and Derek Gould had just reading up about the guy. He's a local guy.
Yeah, that's what made it special too.
Like he's from New Athens.
No, Athens, that's right, yeah.
Which is what 45, 50 minutes from St. Louis,
Yeah,
from
and
Busch
Illinois.
Stadium.
And played for a few years. I forget where he played.
Was
Well,
he here?
Was it Orioles?
I'll read. He never made it to the majors.
Oh, I thought he did.
I
Never made it to the majors. So Whitey Herzog, real name Darrell Norman Elvert Herzog.
Great name.
Darrell Norman Elvert Herzog.
That is awesome.
And again, I'm reading this from Derek Gould's article. Was born in New Athens, November 9th, 1931. He joked during his Hall of Fame induction speech that if not for baseball, he would have stayed in his working-class hometown, digging ditches or something. He starred in basketball and baseball, and out of high school, signed a contract with the New York Yankees. In 1949, he debuted with the Yankees Class D affiliate in McAlester, Oklahoma, where he picked up the nickname Whitey. He hit .279 that summer with a .361 on-base percentage and 15 stolen bases to launch a career that would include 6 seasons in the minors. Oh, he did play in the majors. I'm sorry. And nearly 9 in the majors. My mistake.
Okay, I was just
My
saying.
mistake.
I thought I got had on that baseball card I bought.
During his minor league career, Herzog would compete for attention with within the Yankees organization against a young outfielder named Mickey Mantle.
Who's that guy?
And in the late 1950s, Herzog would call Satchel Paige a teammate.
Wow.
He reached the majors in 1956 and played parts of 3 seasons for the Washington Senators before moving to the Kansas City Athletics, Baltimore, and Detroit. Played 634 games in the majors, hit .257 with a .354 on-base percentage.
Pretty nice.
While he never made the majors with the Yankees, he did meet his mentor there, Casey Stengel, an all-time great manager. Stengel remained an influence in Herzog's career. He was scouted, coached, and served as director of player development for the New York Mets. He was part of the group that built the World Series team in Queens in 1969 and 73. Herzog got his first manager position in the majors with Texas back in 1973. He managed the Angels in 74 before moving to Kansas City. It was there on the Royals' home turf that the seeds of Whitey ball began. In 1980, the Cardinals hired Herzog as general manager and manager, and the first in decades to hold both positions. He inherited a club that had not finished higher than third in the division since 1974, hadn't finished first since 1968. He later told Rick Hummel, a Hall of Fame baseball writer, who the team had a lot of holes and we had a high payroll. In December of 1980, Herzog dramatically changed that. Again, I'm reading from Derek Gould's article in STL Today. On the eve of the winter meetings, Herzog greeted Rick Hummel at the Events Hotel in Dallas and said, "Hey, where you been? I got trades to make." In a flurry of 23 players on the move, 14 went out, 9 came in. A year later, Herzog made his defining trade, sending a shortstop with whom he had feuded with, Gary Templeton, to San Diego for the best defensive player arguably ever at the position, Ozzie Smith. Whitey ball was full speed ahead. The Cardinals had the best overall record in 1981, but the split season meant no playoffs. They won the World Series in 1982 and would return there as NL champions in 85 and 87. In 85, Herzog's Cardinals, paced by Vince Coleman, stole a St. Louis fitting 314 bases.
I saw a game where Vince stole second, stole third, stole home. It was the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life.
So amazing.
I was a kid, and I was like, that's what I want to be. I want to
He
be a great
said-
base runner.
He said he changed the whole concept of the way to play baseball because we couldn't hit a home run and we could neutralize the power of the other teams in our ballpark.
Think about that match, too, with this style, this strategy from Whitey, and then you got Ozzie Smith, who's, one of the greatest defenders of all time, and then you have an incredible leadoff hitter who has one of the best eyes. He does not get struck out very often at all, and is really good at those little line drives, popping right over fielders. He's getting on base. He's getting on base.
And you have your stadium plays into it too.
That's what I mean. Like, he was perfectly built.
While the steals seized the attention, Herzog's teams ran multiple blitzes, a heavy emphasis on athletic defense, strong pitching, and matchup bullpens that underscored run prevention before run prevention was cool. Forget the turf, he once told Post-Dispatch baseball writer Neil Russo that style of play could even win on the moon. In his 11 seasons with the Cardinals, Herzog's teams won 822 games and won 7 games in each of the 3 postseason appearances. A famously missed call at first base during the 85 World Series helped keep the Whitey Ball Cardinals from a second World Series title. In July of 1990, he abruptly resigned after a win against the Padres. He would not return to a dugout as manager. Why did he resign?
I don't know.
Let's see, because let me see here.
I even forget who took over, because Larissa didn't come in until 96, right?
Was it what's his face that was from the Yankees?
Oh, Joe Torre?
Yeah. When was he?
Was he here the whole time? I think he was only here for a few seasons.
As manager, he won. He had 2 100-win seasons. Won the 82 Major League Manager of the Year award, the 85 NL Manager of the Year. Ranks 39th all time with 1,281 wins. His Hall of Fame plaque reads that he, quote, maximized player contributions with a stern yet good-natured style, emphasizing speed, pitching, and defense. He was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame by the Veterans Committee in December of 2009 and inducted that July, survived by his wife, Mary Lou, of 71 years. 3 kids, Deborah, David, and Jim, and their spouses, 9 grandchildren, and 10 great-grandchildren.
It says the reason he retired is he finally got his dream of being a bag boy at Schnucks.
Thank you, Scott,
Yeah,
for a real answer.
Joe Torre did take over for 6 seasons, and then it was Mike Jorgensen for a minute, and then LaRusso. But thank goodness. So he started that, the cardinal way, if you will, with that whole scene. And thank goodness Mark McGuire was so exciting, and then Albert Pujols was so exciting because the shift, the difference.
A difference in style,
in how baseball went would have been, and it was a drastic change for baseball in general, but very much so for Cardinals fans.
Yeah, and the 80s for baseball was not a home run decade for the whole club, right? I mean, for the whole league. There wasn't big home run hitters.
Well, let me just say, again, as somebody who didn't grow up here, I can't grasp what everybody who did grow up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the 80s
what they're feeling, but
80s were pretty 80s were pretty home runny in the American League. You had the Bash Brothers. I mean, you had every team had a guy.
And it's funny because they were like the Bash Brothers, and they were getting like 25 home runs a year. They weren't doing what they started doing towards the end of the 90s. And
then we started doing steroids. Yeah, then it became exciting. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Right in the butt.
Roid ball.
Give me that injection. Right in the tuchus.
So
anyway,
how has this last half hour been for you, Lern?
I mean, I have nothing to add. So I will say this, though. I walked out of the station yesterday with Dan McLaughlin, and I was like, hey, really sorry to hear about Whitey. And, it's interesting. I haven't even talked to you, man, yet, but he obviously had such a close connection with all these people behind the scenes and being at Busch Stadium and stuff. So I don't know. My heart just goes out to anybody who didn't play ball with him, but were the people that were around him in the periphery that worked with him as a coworker. I mean, they're all just
and he did make it to opening day.
Yeah, that's great.
He did, which is 2 weeks ago. Didn't make it there. So
and he's a guy that still worked with young players, all that kind of stuff. He was
they said
nice.
He would go down to spring training all the time. Was just talking about players.
It's so cool.
And
to Ozzy,
he would talk to
all these
Marmol.
legends help.
And he stayed here in St. Louis, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Again, I did see him at the Schnooks. At least I think it was him. I tell everybody it was him. I tell everybody it was him.
Yeah.
Or was just an old guy. I don't know.
Vitamin D milk, dude. Whitey, you heard it here first on the Rizzuto Show. The type of milk that Whitey drank his whole life. It was vitamin D milk.
I think it was. I didn't go up to him.
I got to call my mother.
But I was.
I bet she's so sad. I mean, I bet
no, call your mother. Tell her I saw Whitey possibly at Schnooks like 3 years ago.
Did you hear that Whitey Herzog passed? Yeah, and Riz just saw him 8 years ago.
3 years ago.
Right.
3 years ago at the Wildwood Schnooks.
We haven't done this. Riz, you doing okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I like to be a barnacle on tragedy.
That's the whole point of this show is the
I like
barnacles.
to attach myself to any kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
I ran into him at Schnooks once.
We'll post a picture of you and who you thought was.
Yeah, somebody do an artist rendering.
In the day.
It was I had a full shopping cart.
Oh my God!
I think he was holding a basket.
I love looking at famous people's baskets at Schnooks. What are they buying? It is my favorite thing. Favorite. Like, this goes for TV people, other radio people, Nelly.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That is the best gift
Why?
on earth when you see a famous person at the grocery store.
Because then you can get an insight
Get a little
that
inside
they can't
look.
hide.
Like I always said, a legendary guitarist, Dave Mason, worked with Jimi Hendrix. He was at Whole Foods in Town and Country years ago, and in a sweatsuit, his tour bus was parked outside, and I got to see what he put in his cart. And the fact that he had clam chowder in a can in that cart just blew my
Was that
freaking
disappointing?
mind. Yeah.
I feel like if I looked at a famous person's shopping cart, I would be disappointed.
Wait, you got
Yeah.
It would ruin
hilarious.
things for me.
But also, he's like 80-something years old or something, so he's up there. That clam chowder in a can makes total sense for his age.
What's-
it would
what
ruin
brand?
it would ruin things.
We
Like
talking
it would ruin the mystique. Lipton or is it
we talking
Progresso?
about the thin
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't. It looks
We got a
like
blue can
organic,
or a red
chunky
can?
clam chowder.
It was the blue can where you don't have to add milk.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it was the organic can where you're eating just full clam. I don't know.
Oh,
Organic
Full clam. What?
chowder.
Full clam.
What full
Same
clam?
thing with, I saw Mike Bush, TV personality star, Mike Bush at Target one day, and I just couldn't get over it. I was like with my cart. I was like, that's Mike Bush. Look at him.
And you had to see in his cart.
Yeah.
And he likes cans of Vienna sausage.
Wow.
Like if I saw that, I'm like, ew, gross.
Oh,
And I
God.
would look, honestly, if I see like, using like, for example, like Nelly, he's shopping, and I see him put like 4 cans of Vienna sausage in his, and I'm talking about those little cans of like gross.
I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
gross.
So you think you'd buy it just because, like, maybe it'll help me be a better musician, and I can.
Or like if you see like somebody buying dude wipes or something. I don't know.
No,
you
dude
know?
wipes are cool.
I mean, they are, but
Canned Vienna
feminine wipes.
sausage.
Like, would you judge?
I want to have a big bag of toilet paper
Yeah.
and went into my favorite
Like
celebrity.
little
Libby's chicken Vienna
mini
sausage.
sausages in a can.
Oh boy,
Hey.
they're just sipping it.
Ugh.
I'll throw it back.
I grew up eating those bad boys. I thought they were so good.
I bet they probably are really good. We're just being judged.
But I'm
by
sure
For
a-holes.
people who have no
Salt.
taste buds.
It's a salt.
You know that section in the Us Weekly where there's like, they're just like us.
Right.
Here's Jennifer Aniston walking her dog, just like us.
Hell yeah.
Here's Mark Hamill
All right, if
wearing jeans.
you run at John Hamm, let's
Yeah.
say a very handsome John Hamm,
Gorgeous.
gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
Rumor has it, top 5 biggest hog in Hollywood.
Yes.
And you see him, and he picks up like a cube of toilet paper.
But it's the crappy kind.
Not even that.
Ooh,
Not
like
even.
the thin
I don't
kind?
care. No, he buys
Pardon
whatever.
the pun.
Angel Soft, top of the line.
Top of the line.
Wow.
No.
It's
The
Angel
brand
Soft
matters.
top of
She's
the
judging
line.
it all.
I'm not talking about brand.
Okay.
You see John Hamm put toilet paper in his cart.
Yeah.
Now you're picturing John Hamm wiping his butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That changes things.
Again.
No, it doesn't for me. I picture everybody famous and respected crapping because that equalizes everybody. So no, it wouldn't change it for me. Of course he poops and wipes his butt.
Yeah, but you
Just
don't-
like
we don't
us.
know if he wipes.
No, you don't want to picture that though.
No, I don't.
That is going to ruin John Hamm.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know
sure
about
he
that.
does.
Am
Well,
I
especially
Now
married
you're
John
John?
thinking. Now you see him put toilet paper in his cart.
Right.
Now you're thinking of John Hamm straining to make a bowel movement,
Why are you trying to ruin John Hamm on a Wednesday for me right now?
and then taking a whole bunch of Angel Soft
Yeah.
and wiping his butt.
Can I say this though about John Hamm
He's
and the
definitely
Just
a
Like
folder,
Us?
by the way.
That Us Weekly a couple years ago, I sent the Sklar brothers with a Casey shirt to give to John Hamm because like one of the Sklar brothers came in and he's like, hey, oh, I got to get a shirt for Hamm. So I went to the prize closet, got him a shirt. 2 years later, John Hamm is walking his dog in that Casey shirt.
Wow.
It blew my
Just like
freaking
us?
mind. They're
He
just
is
like
just
us.
like us.
I was so happy he was wearing it, dude.
That's my favorite.
What if you
weird
saw
when it's
John
like
Hamm
that.
picking
It's
up
like
his
the
dog
stars.
crap with the Casey shirt?
And wiping his butt
Yeah.
simultaneously. Yeah, you've ruined Hamm for me. I hate
can't-
John
I'm
Hamm.
just saying, if you see a very famous person who in real life,
Yeah,
kind of spoils the
it ruins
the
everything.
mystique of it.
You can't.
Especially if they have to get some kind of ointment for a weird.
You can't.
Like a
ruin.
wart ointment.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can't
They're
ruin
freeze
him.
drying off their warts. Yeah, it's going to ruin it for
You,
me.
you peek whenever you're like, he has the micro condoms. What?
Listen, the only thing that makes me think, it would even make me think twice, and I wouldn't think about it for more than a second, is if you're at the pharmacy counter and they scream out, John Hamm, Valtrex.
When have they ever yelled out
Valtrex.
what kind of medication
Right,
you get him?
since the 80s. Like a mom and pop pharmacy.
What kind of nobody's ever yelling
Yeah.
out the medication.
Nobody's ever doing that. The HIPAA laws have gone amok. I don't know. Would you be upset? Let me ask you.
Ham, 2 M's.
Margot Robbie, you're at Target. Oh my God, hot ass Margot Robbie. You look in the cart, yeast infection medication.
Yeah, of course I'm looking at her differently.
Okay, thank you for being honest.
Yes, I am. I'm hoping that's maybe for her grandma.
Well,
Well, if you were single, would you still?
I would in my head I would kind of like, oh, cool, Margot Robbie shopping for her grandma, great.
Yeasty. Nice.
And I get behind her in line, and she goes, no, this is, and she
Has to explain.
has to explain to the cashier that it's for me.
wait, what is she getting?
Yeast infection.
Well,
medicine.
she gets yeast infections, just like us.
Yeah, I don't care about that, but she's not just like us. I don't want
hotter
them.
than us.
I don't want them to be just like us. I hate that.
Yeah, I want him to be superhuman too.
I want them to be superhuman.
Same.
And John Hamm has no butthole.
Yeah. Screw
Yeah, I was
you,
to say,
Us
Margot
Weekly.
Robbie. Margot Robbie can't get yeast infections. She's Barbie.
That's true. She does not have
Yeah.
lady bits.
Yeah, man. I do not accept Us Weekly.
That is cool. They're
Well,
just like us.
you said Valtrex. That's a herpes medication.
I think so, yeah.
Now, I want to move to Florida when I retire.
Yes.
Now I got something else to worry about.
What?
It's funny. I was walking the dogs with the wife yesterday, and I turned to her. I said, I really do want to move to Florida. Like, we're doing it. Like, when we retire, we're going down there. This is not just me, saying, I'm moving to Florida. No, we're going.
All right. Hope it's still there for you.
Where else would it be?
Under the sea. Under the sea. Climate change is so fun.
Or should we move in? Or should we move inland? Thank you,
Yeah.
Al Gore.
I'm Al Gore. Thank you for broadcasting today.
Have Have you heard of these rhesus monkeys?
They sound
They're
tasty.
called rhesus macaques.
They're not chocolate.
Macaques?
They're saying Reese's, like Reese's.
Rhesus.
Okay.
Well, apparently they're giving people herpes.
And how are they getting to the people?
So when it comes to Florida's wildlife, right? What do you think first? Do you think alligators?
Right.
Maybe sharks? Maybe you
Dolphins.
think manatees?
Yeah.
Oh, is birds? Is it? I mean, I feel like there's birds everywhere. They're always
Okay, there are birds.
Do the birds have herpes too?
So I guess
That's my guess.
Rhesus macaques. Are they? Is that what they're? How do you pronounce
Rhesus
that?
Macaques, I think.
Macaques.
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 I'm going with that because the other makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, well, so these particular monkeys were originally brought to Florida by the manager of a glass bottom boat operation. It's wild the history of these monkeys. So the manager of this glass bottom boat operation released 6 monkeys on an island in the Silver River. And he released these monkeys to attract tourists. So he'd oh, let's go on the boat and we'll go to the island and oh, look, there are monkeys. He brought the monkeys. Okay, but then you know what happened? The monkeys, who knew they could swim?
Oh, they can swim.
Because they swam from the island. The 6 monkeys swam from the island into across the river into a surrounding forest and just started humping.
Right.
And they were humping and they were humping, and the 6 became almost 500.
Holy crow. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's what macaques do.
And it was one guy that brought these swimming monkeys
Man.
from an island, and they swam to the shore and they started humping.
Well, they're on vacation.
Can't you see the movie scene? He's in his glass bottom boat and he's paddling past and he sees one on the right shore and he's like, wait a second. He's like, wait, what are you doing over there? And then the one, all of a sudden, 15 heads just pop out.
Yeah.
And then 70 heads pop out. And he's
I'm just
like,
imagining
oh, no.
being in the water and seeing a monkey doing the breaststroke.
What have I done?
Honestly.
Incredible.
So with the population of these monkeys in the Silver Spring State Park, I mean, out of control. They tried to trap these things. They tried to get them out of there if they can't. It's as of 2015. As of 2015, this is the last time they tried to get them out of there. They're still.
It's too late.
It's too late.
So how are the people?
And
getting-
nowadays the monkeys are found throughout the state. They got out of the park and now they're everywhere.
Right.
It's over. Never again.
Aside from environmental concerns, these monkeys are posing a threat to public health. Some of these monkeys have now tested positive for herpes B.
Which one is herpes B? Which direction?
You get
Not
that
the best
swimming
one, I
in
guess.
rivers?
Not straight A's, that's for sure.
Well,
Which one do you want?
I don't think you want any of them.
What's the good herpes? I mean,
Hey, Ryan checking in. Macaque is known for humping, so
What's the
thank
good
you for that.
What's the good
See.
herpes? It says.
Simplex, right?
There.
Because that's just a cold sore and you're not a hoe.
Wait, HSV1, HSV2. What did you say? Did you use letters
Herpes
or
B.
numbers? Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm still getting only numbers. Let me try to find.
Look up the rhesus monkey herpes B.
What is
And
herpes
they're
B?
spreading herpes B. I don't know what it is. It doesn't sound good.
It's potentially deadly, can be transmitted by contact or infected monkeys.
Yeah, causes severe brain damage or death if left untreated.
Alpha herpes virus commonly found among macaques. Flu-like symptoms: fever, fatigue, muscle ache, headache.
It doesn't sound good.
Oh, having contact with the monkey's eyes, nose, or mouth.
Oh, it
So-
can lead to severe brain damage. Did somebody say
Yeah.
that? Oh, yikes!
Now I got monkeys to worry about.
There's also a pig-tailed macaque. Cute.
These monkeys become aggressive and they could scratch you or bite you, and next thing you know, boom, you got herpes.
The picture.
Try
looks
explaining that to your wife.
Yep.
I got herpes. Huh? You cheating on me? No.
No, I got
I
scratched
got
by this
scratched by a monkey.
macaque. Yes.
Cool. Oh, it scratched me.
I was on vacation and
The
a
virus
macaque
can be
came over here and
transmitted
scratched me.
by these monkeys through bites, scratches, or contact with bodily fluids. If you can't, it's illegal to feed them too. You can't
Well, is this guy with his glass boat getting any heat? Because I think he should.
I don't know what happened to this guy.
Oh, he's out.
I think he's I'm out. He's paddled
You're
himself
outta
to
here.
another state.
Damage.
Yeah, don't throw any stones.
I wonder if it was a.
That's what I'm saying, man. He looked to the right and said, "What are you doing over there?"
He went to Australia and brought rabbits over there or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, out of control.
Or frogs. What was it?
Oh man, this is
Hey, speaking of traveling,
gross.
hey, there are two schools of thought here on reclining seats on airplanes.
You'll be happy to know that I went from New Jersey to St. Louis without putting my seat.
It doesn't
back.
make me happy. I'm not happy about
It
it.
didn't make me happy either because it was absurd. I thought, like, wait a second, this thing goes back, but now you people have made me feel,
This is becoming a thing now.
Like,
Now I feel guilty every time I recline.
yeah, and
I
how
do
dumb.
not.
And look, you've seen me. I've been trying to stretch this morning because I can hardly move. And right before I took off, a National Geographic study went by my Instagram, and I was sitting on the tarmac for an extra 3 hours because there was some sort of delays, and it was talking about the effects on the body of long flights, and I was like, well, yeah, and the seats are getting smaller.
Seats are getting smaller. And
plastic.
my thought is, this is one of the few options for comfort available.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Right?
spend a lot of money.
This
And
is
it's,
one of the few options for comfort available.
And it's built in for everyone.
And it's not that comfortable, though. I don't ever get comfort from the 2-second lean back.
It's
Like,
a little bit. It's a
Yeah.
little. Takes a little pressure off the L5. I'm.
It's nothing like it used to be. When I
the
first started
L5 on your back. Yeah.
when I first started flying for work, early 2000s, I swear when people would bend back, I could see the tops of their head. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
It
yeah.
used to go way back.
It's become less.
You can lean back
the
way more.
rows used to be wider as well. They've
It's become
shrunk
less.
all
Well,
those.
anyway, so the two schools of thought here. Yeah, it's one of the only options, one of the few options for comfort available. Or you think they're way more trouble than a couple inches of recliner worth, right?
No.
You don't want to piss the person behind you off.
Right.
I just think crybabies shouldn't be allowed on an airplane.
Listen, if I'm sitting behind somebody and they recline, I just go, "This is just part of flying."
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
how
just
could
the
how
most
could I
ridiculous thing.
possibly
Keep
be in
doing
your
it.
way?
You got to keep doing it, guys. Don't feel bad. This is
Well,
a
it
right.
could be
We can't
over.
give up.
It could be over, guys, because an article has airline experts saying that reclining seats on airplanes, they're in the process of being phased out for good.
So the
Somebody-
crybabies won. You guys let them
fools.
win.
Did somebody tell the airlines,
you
hey,
all."
pals, it's not the seats that are having the problems as much. Fix everything else that's been going wrong. Focus on that. Leave the seats alone.
You fools! You selfish, whiny fools!
Fix
you
the bolts on the
ruined it.
doors and the wings and the engines and the crazy people. Fix that.
Now, yes,
Little brain-
it's in the process of being phased out for good, at least for you poor people that's
say
in
it.
economy.
Us peons. You know what? Hey, and I can see this being an intelligent
Your
tactic.
joy right now is otherworldly.
Dude,
I don't fly first
for
class all the
us,
time.
yeah, let's say I've never been in first class. For us peasants that are always back in coach, which you like to call economy, which is the softer way of telling us that we're peasants.
Economy.
We're the unwashed.
Yeah, like I can see this being a tactic from the airlines since they've had enough people bitch about this because it's just
it's to put
stupid.
more seats on the plane.
No, dude, it's to entice me to spend the extra money to go to first
Can
class.
I just tell you? Okay, so I've flown first class.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, and I will tell you the only times I have flown first class are when there's an upgrade available, and I'm flying by myself, and it's less than $100.
That's great,
Would you not for $75
but now they can raise
take a first class seat if you're flying by
yes,
yourself?
yes, of
Of
course.
course you would.
But of course you would now because coach is less tolerable. Before it was totally fine. I didn't mind
Right.
being a peasant. You know what I mean? Because it was totally fine. I could lean back a little bit. It's just enough where it was fine. They're taking the just enough away, so it's more attractive for me to go, I'll drop $300 so I can be
Now,
comfortable.
there are multiple reasons why they're doing this, but the main ones are seats that don't recline or lighter, which keeps fuel costs down. They don't need mechanical parts,
this is
which
horse
means
crap.
less maintenance.
they're
Listen, I'm just telling you what the excuses are.
Yeah, they're full of it.
It's
Reclining
fun.
seats also spark a lot of issues with passengers and flight attendants, including spilled drinks and damaged electronics.
No.
Some said this could be a, quote, blessing in disguise.
I've been flying for 20-something years, and I've never seen a spilled drink from a seat. I've never seen a broken electronic.
The movement has already started, guys. Budget airlines have planes with upright, pre-reclined seats Newer planes have reduced the average recline from the old standard to 4 inches to just 2.
Moon's 100% right. The only reason they created this, the
That's
airline
smart.
did.
That's smart.
The airline created this. It wasn't complainers. And now they're going to be able to sell us on the better seats.
Yeah, because I don't know if I could, and I hate to say
It's
it,
on them.
I hate to say it, my body hurts right now. Like I'm hurting. I'm really am. Like
I know. I walked in with you. You look like you're just dragging a leg.
I know.
You know?
I'm really hurting, and I'm gonna cry about it. Here goes. There goes. I saw him reaching.
saw
for
him
it.
reaching.
Really hurting.
I was like, I'm about to cry. So listen, while I'm crying about it, I will say I can't do another overseas flight. I got one coming up. I can't do another one with no reclining.
Well, even if this does happen, there's no immediate plans to like the nix the reclining seats on all existing planes. But I'm just telling you, it's coming, and be ready.
All right, I guess it's time to get rich and just get out of it. Go private.
That's it.
Goodbye, commercial airlines. I'm going private.
I've flown private twice, and my God.
I've done it once.
Hey, you
And
flew.
Best.
You flew.
You're
with my
ruined
buddy
for
Jordan.
life.
That's right, I did. I ran into him the other day.
Yeah, he said
Your
that.
buddy
That's pretty
Jordan.
awesome.
Flying private is the best. Yes, terrible for the environment. The best luxury of all time. I understand why billionaires don't want to
Yeah.
save the world.
Yeah.
because they're like, I'm never going back to
No.
a regular plane.
Yeah, when I got off that plane at Spirit
Yes.
You guys
and
evolved.
walked to my car that was on the tarmac waiting for me,
With all of the crap that you wanted to bring that nothing got checked.
and I
amazing.
said, I'm never flying.
Never again.
I will pay
I'm never
10 grand.
flying regular planes again.
And landing on those golden runways out there.
Awesome.
Is so
Beautiful.
soft.
Here's another thing I found out
Fresh grapes.
as far as flying goes. Did you know that flight attendants are doing a lot more than just saying hello when you get on the plane?
No. What else are they doing?
They're
Checking you out?
scoping you out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know this was a thing. I thought they were just being polite.
Right.
But there was a thing online where a woman who's a flight attendant says, did you know that your flight attendant greets you not only out of politeness, but also to check whether you're drunk or too sick to fly? Also, to see who could help in an emergency?
How do they know that?
They're profiling you.
Yeah. Like, ooh, that's a big, strong woman coming in there.
Hell
She's
yeah.
gonna help me in an emergency.
Here I am.
Or you walk in and they go, this woman is going to be no help.
She's going to be unhinged.
This woman is going to be no help during an emergency.
This woman's going to be in the bathroom a lot.
It's always neat when they kind of smile, then they look at me and they get really disappointed. It's like, oh.
Like, this man is going to be no help. This woman's going to be no help. Now we have a big, strong, burly guy coming on. In case of an emergency, we know he's sitting in whatever seat.
I always wear a stethoscope when I'm boarding a plane, just so they know.
I always
I'm here.
So-
and I'm ready
bring in
for
weapons and stuff
surgery.
so they know I'm good to help.
Yeah.
Flight attendants are trained to identify signs that passengers are unfit to fly. Now we'll go back to the sick thing or drunk thing. Signs include unsteady walking, slurred speech, and not wanting to make eye contact. So these are all things that the flight attendants are looking at. Now, a former airline pilot who weighed in on this thing said, it's actually the gate attendant's responsibility. It's like before they even let you on, it's the gate agent's responsibility to, quote, prevent an inebriated passenger from boarding a plane. However, there are times when that doesn't happen.
Yeah, by the time because I'm always in group, boarding group 9. So by the time I'm always up there, the person checking the ticket is so angry. Because
It is, they don't care.
Because they've already had to stop 5 people that are trying to bring in 4 purses and whatever else, and they're just like, I'm so done with this.
So when if you slip past a gate attendant, it's the flight crew that steps in. Flight attendants are trained on ways to identify passengers that have had too much to drink. Again, slurred speech, irregular behavior, difficulty standing. As for, and this was the most fascinating part to me, the screening for passengers who could help during an emergency. This is based on personal feelings about a person's character and body strength. They're looking for people who, in their mind, they could trust, that will keep calm in an emergency and follow instructions. Also looking for somebody with a strong physique who could block the way if necessary from other passengers.
That's awesome. Yeah, when we did the international, or I got to go on an international tour with Moon way back in the day. There's a few folks on that tour that had a little too much fun really late in the night, and we had a super early flight from Australia to Japan, and so a lot of the crew was pretty inebriated, and the tour manager was like, he just kept telling everyone, don't talk, just stand still, don't move, don't do anything, you guys shut up.
Yeah,
Be calm.
9 hammered people.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
be
all
cool.
made it
Just
through
be cool till you
Just
get on
be
the plane.
cool.
So the flight attendant profession was ranked 48th in this year's list of the annual 100 best jobs list from U.S. News and World Report.
Dang.
Also ranked third among the highest paying jobs without a degree, and fifth among both the best civil service jobs and best jobs without a college degree.
Cool.
That's awesome. I will say I see a lot of familiar faces. There's been there's people that are home based here that do all the typical flights that I'm usually taking, and I see the same faces. I'm like, wow, I know this person's been here for 10 years.
Well, so if you're looking for a job, so about 16,600 openings for flight attendants are projected each year on average. So many of those openings are expected to result from, the need to replace workers who transfer to different occupations or, retire or whatever. So there's always a need for flight attendants and decent paying. Now, you've seen in the news recently, people are going nuts.
Yeah, you're dealing with people.
You're dealing with people.
Don't forget.
In a high stress situation. So the question was also, what happens when a passenger is too drunk or ill to fly? Now, once it's established that a passenger is not fit to fly, the person is informed that, quote, they should not fly in their condition. If a passenger is denied boarding for being hammered or sick, the gate agent will, quote, quietly and discreetly explain why the passenger is to avoid flying discreetly enough to avoid alarming other passengers. And that's where the fun begins.
Green light.
If the discussion with the passenger escalates, then law enforcement will be paged. Gate agents are trained how to avoid escalating situations and when to page law enforcement.
Hey, to the what did we establish? The flight marshals. Remember we were talking about
Air marshals?
Air marshals. Yeah. And we were
They're not on every flight.
Yeah, we were convinced that they were on every flight, and then somebody weighed in and told us it was like 40% or half or something like that.
There's no possible way. I mean, with so many planes in the air.
Right. Are they only responsible for the air stuff? So let's say something happens on the ground where they're trying to kick somebody drunk out. Are they going to blow their cover for that, or are they going to chill? I kind of want to know what's under the purview.
Well, I guess if they're on the ground,
what's
you
the
can
protocol?
have security.
Yeah, what's the protocol for the air marshal?
Well, when you're in the air, you're the only guy.
Right, but I'm saying if they're still on the ground,
they
is he
escape
like,
cover.
not my jurisdiction?
Probably
We'll sit
not.
Right here.
Not because then you actually have law enforcement on the ground.
Right.
As
I know,
to
but
blow
you
your
got to
cover.
wait. But you got to wait. You got to wait for you got to page him. You said you got to page him. I'm wondering if the air marshal's like, nah, I'm watching. I just started Dune. I'm gonna watch this now.
If a passenger is later found to be drunk mid-flight, the first step is to stop serving them alcohol. Then the attendants make sure the person is not disruptive to other flyers and flight crew members.
And then move them up next to the Boeing door.
If the passenger is seriously ill, the lead flight attendant will notify the plane's captain, who will determine whether he or she needs to declare an emergency and divert the airplane to an alternate airport.
I tell you what, I always try to get a little bit cutesy with the flight attendants when they're coming by with the snacks, because I want a little piece of all of it. Mm-hmm. And this last flight, for the first time in years, that gal was not going for it. She was super sassy and was like, pick one. And I was like,
She's had
okay.
it. I get it.
I was like, man, I'm sorry.
I give flight
dude.
attendants grace.
I know, but they're like, which one would you like? And I was like, oh, cool. What are the options? Like, oh, I mean, I'll take whatever you want to give me. Just give me one of each. And she's like, no. And I was like,
Pick one.
oh, okay. Which one's the best? And she's like, just pick one. And I was like, God,
Yeah,
man.
listen, she don't have time for your...
What have you from? I'm having fun. I want the little biscuits and I want the chips.
You know what everything is. What are you asking questions for?
Well, it is different. It is different for each airline. This time I flew United, and I haven't flown United.
They show you what they got, and you know everything.
It was dark, and I wasn't leaning back.
You know what's kind of interesting? I'm looking up about air marshals. Got to be a U.S. citizen. You must be between 21 to 36 years old.
Oh, I've aged out of air marshaling.
You've aired. Yeah, we can't. No one in here can be an air marshal anymore. Why
That's
so
some
young?
horse crap.
I would assume it would be older than that, like 21 to, or not even 21, 25 to
You think it'd be all
55.
age almost.
I think they
As long as
want
you're
you.
healthy.
They want you in
I
your
want you at peak.
prime beaten butt ages.
Yeah, ass kicking. That's ass kicking age.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
All right.
If an ill passenger requires medical attention, after notifying the captain, flight attendants will notify the captain and quietly and discreetly ask around the plane if there are any medical experts among the passengers. It's all about the captain making the decision to keep on flying. We had somebody have a medical issue in route.
Yeah, same.
And it was they didn't divert. And they tried to keep it as quiet as possible. But once we got on the ground, they made everybody stay on board while they
got him off.
Got the guy off.
I had a guy a listener have a heart attack. We'd just taken off from St. Louis. I think we're going to Cancun. And so we're on a board flight, 50 listeners. We get over Tennessee because we had to go down to Tennessee and land because they needed to get this guy off the plane and get him to a hospital, which was wild. Stopped in Memphis.
Do you remember what happened after that? I mean, your plane's not supposed to be there. So what do? Do you have to deplane?
No.
Do you sit there for a while?
We sat there for 2 hours.
Because they got to refuel you, maybe?
They got to check everything.
What a pain in the ass.
Well, and the guy and his family got off of the plane, so he got to a hospital. He survived, and he actually ended up, I think, coming to the trip. It was an extended trip. It was a week or something, and he came down.
Wow.
What?
Which is wild. But yeah, he had a heart attack mid-flight.
Man.
Holy cow.
That's incredible that they got him down and he was able to survive that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck out there. All right, that's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. St. Louis is home for Blues hockey from Washington, Missouri. Jared Manasco. There it is.
Yeah, Jared.
Jared Manasco is our Team Riz member today. He's been a loyal listener to the Riz Show since the very beginning. Always listens to every show on the way to work, finishes up on the way home. Appreciates the great vibes the show brings, and always looks forward to what will be discussed between the crew daily. Loves to chit-chat the first hour. Always looks forward to Riz Show events and hopefully meeting us all one day. Jared Manasco from Washington is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:14. It is Wednesday. Your traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at WWTRaceway.com.
Wasn't somebody just added to that? Was it T-Pain?
For real?
For real?
Oh, for real.
I didn't know that.
I'll look that up.
Right lane blocked due to a crash 70 eastbound just before Earth City Expressway. Also right-hand shoulder blocked due to a crash 64 eastbound at Missouri K, exit 9. Your point forecast, dry and breezy, high of 82. Right now it's 67 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got?
Yes, it's the National Recording Registry. The Black Crowes don't know Jack. Steve Buscemi is on the move to a new show that you're going to want to watch. And Michael Douglas just wants to be killed off already. Can we just give this man what he wants?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday and a Nelly concert going viral for some reason.
Awesome.
Oh, I can't wait to know why.
Yeah. We'll chop it up next.
Man, douche.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ. Show your emails. RizShow1057thepoint.com. Send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. Final Blues game of the season tonight out in Dallas. We'll talk to Chris Kerber. Also give away some fabulous prizes. I think we'll just do a simple game like, I don't know, maybe porn star weatherman. I don't know. We'll see. Anybody here been to Oktoberfest? Like the
Yes?
real one? Like the real one?
Not the real one.
Yes, in Munich?
Bavaria.
Yeah, Bavaria is like the state, and Munich is the city.
Oh, so Bavaria is a state of Germany?
Yeah. I don't know if they call it states, but
Whatever it is.
They may.
Region?
Yeah, whatever it is. It's like Texas.
So out in Germany, they just legalized possession of small amounts of weed.
Yeah.
So for rec use. Actually beginning this month. So you Germans,
You Germans.
You Germans can get high now. Congratulations. But they're saying, so when Oktoberfest rolls around, you are not allowed to smoke weed at Oktoberfest.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Like
It's
they made it
beer
a
only.
point to say, listen, we got to deal with you drunk idiots.
And that's enough.
That's enough.
We can't be having you stoners
We
come here.
can't be having drunk and high. It's a pick one thing.
It's not a crossfade festival. It's a beer fest.
This is a pick one thing.
Well, the nice thing is with them doing this with the weed and stuff in Germany, I don't think we have to worry about them trying to take over the world again.
Why is that?
So it'll
Is
be
it
like
gonna be
peaceful
high and
and
chill,
just,
huh?
So
listen
chill.
to Bob
High and
Marley.
chill.
Be like, I get
That's
Bob
it.
Marley now, man.
That's it. Could have avoided this whole World War II thing, huh? If we just got them high. Right?
Yeah. Drugs,
Well,
man.
they say they were sending meth out to the front lines.
Oh, you ever see old videos of Hitler? Like all methed out?
Yeah, I saw some like a little mini doc on his doctor. The guy that was
There's a
supplying
video.
him with all that
It's a
stuff.
famous video where he's at some sporting event, where Hitler's at a sporting event. And he's sitting in the stands, like whatever, presidential box there is.
Mm-hmm.
And he is, this methed out.
Somebody
Dude, see if you-
Really?
see if you
Somebody
can find
forgot
it.
his fidget spinner.
See if you can find it. He's just rocking back and forth. His legs are going. Unless he had like Parkinson's or something. But they're saying he was like
Making fun of the guy.
super methed out.
Oh, I see.
Oh, at
Found
the
it.
Olympics?
Was it the Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you said sporting event. I don't really think there's many videos.
Yeah, look at that.
Whoa.
I mean, that's how you watch track and field too, though.
God, he looks like he's doing something else.
He's
Look
rowing
at
a boat.
See if you can scroll down a little bit, see more of the video.
Row, row, row
Dude,
your boat
he is-
gently down the stream.
He can't sit still. Now, I don't know. That's the 1936 Olympics. Hitler high on meth at 1936 Olympics. Look that up. I like how you search Hitler at sporting event on meth.
Guys,
And
first
I
of all,
just-
okay, I would love to say that this is, definitive meth here, but I mean, watch it a couple times and you realize this man just has to pee.
so
Oh,
you
yeah.
got it. That's the pee-pee dance.
I mean, think about that.
That's the Hitler pee-pee
he's,
dance?
He's on camera and he's like, I told
I gotta
you.
go, I gotta go,
told
I gotta
you,
go, I
told
gotta
you,
go,
I told you, I had to go, I had to go.
I gotta go. Come on, run. I gotta go.
Now that you're thinking
They're
about
saying
that,
that's-
tell me that that's not what you
They're
do.
saying he's high on meth. Anyway, if you're going to Bavaria for Oktoberfest, no weed.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for letting us know. All of us.
Doggone it.
Because so
All
many
you
of us
guys.
are going.
I'll be there next month, but no Octoberfest stuff.
And again,
You guys wanna
without
sit
without
over
them
there,
saying
I
it like, "Hey, we could deal with you drunken fools." Let's not throw weed into the mix.
Yeah, I don't think you really have time for that kind of stuff.
Are there
anymore if
weed
you're over
festivals, though? Like
Germany?
a Pucktoberfest, like where we could all just get
Hottoberfest?
high as hell in
Wow.
October. And you can't drink.
It'd be
There's no
this
drinks.
month.
It's
It'd be
only
in April.
CBD and Delta 8 seltzers.
Why do you
and
need that?
I don't know. Why do we need an Oktoberfest? Why do we need Beer Fest?
Well, they have to
Same
sell.
thing.
They have all this extra beer they have to get rid of.
Sure. Well, the crops are also needing to get rid of, and there's plenty of people wanting to just toke up. Toketoberfest,
I'm sure there are weed fests all over the place.
you think? Not Grateful Dead concerts. It's not what we're talking about. Like an actual dedicated cannabis festival.
I would feel like that's a Amsterdam thing.
I can see that.
And I feel like that's a year-round
Yeah,
festival happening.
yeah, never ends, man.
You could get some jam bands to
Never
play.
ends.
Just all cool music. No insanity at all. It's just there's lots of
Then
hammocks.
why don't we do Meth Fest?
Why not?
Hacky sacks.
Why don't we do Meth Fest next?
Has to be in
That's just
a little town.
we'll do Ecstasy Fest.
Everyone's just out there in
X-Fest.
rowboats.
X-Fest.
Well, let's get everything's got to have a
I
festival.
think a cannabis festival needs to happen.
I
think
think
that's
it's
more
been touring
obtainable.
since the 60s, and it's called Grateful Dead,
Yeah,
right?
has to be.
So Nelly, our dear Nelly, our dear St. Louis' own Nelly. Mm-hmm. St. Louis' most famous son, huh?
Saint Nelly. Yeah.
So we had a concert down at the University of Florida. It's going viral for all the wrong reasons. So it was organized by the school's student government, and it went down last Tuesday. So that's April 9th. Free Nelly concert with a school ID.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nobody showed up.
Oh,
Okay.
That's why it's going viral for the wrong reasons.
well, it's like 20 years too late, I think.
And that's the point.
No.
If this would have been 20 years ago, people would have
Yeah.
been all over it. And we love Nelly so much because he's from here, and so we will always go to the free shows that he does in the Grove and whatnot.
No, and this was the point of the article. It was like it was a free concert at the University of Florida. Unfortunately, seems as though not many people showed up. So I guess there's a video from the event going around, shows like some people up near the stage, but a lot of empty seats for an hour-long show. And according to people down there, the show was delayed an hour because of like nobody there.
That
But
sucks.
Moon King.
Nelly eventually took the stage, performed his full set, and they were saying the age range for college students, 18 to 22, right? Mm-hmm. When was Nelly in his the prime Nelly?
2001.
2003.
3.
Yeah. Country Grammar came out in 01 or 02.
01, 02, the Shake a Tail Feather, Getting Hot in Her.
Yeah, but he was
These are
huge
all-
after that. 'Cause we were right before MP3.com shut down. Like, we took the top spot. I was the last number one on MP3, and we had beaten Eminem and Shake Your Tail
Okay,
Feather.
sure. But
But he was huge
an
after
18 to 22-year-old who's going to college,
that came out in 2000. Whoa.
18 to 22, you're born in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. They don't know. If it was 21 Savage, different
Yeah,
story.
But the weird thing, Moon,
He
I don't know you
transcends.
know this, but we would do college shows when his band Story was like they were super huge, on fire at that time, and it would be these weird mix-ups where it might be them, some other genre, something else, and all that, and it'd be in the field and not too many people there.
Some of them are enormous,
Yeah.
and some of
Some
them
are just
aren't.
tiny.
I don't know.
You have to remember that you said it was booked by the student body. It might be just a bad
Could be. It was a Tuesday at 8 o'clock. I don't know, but a free
Tuesday 8 o'clock.
a
It's
free
put on.
concert, University of Florida. That's a huge school.
It really is, but it doesn't mean that they did a very good job of promoting it or getting it out there. Or
Maybe
making it
not.
an event.
Maybe.
But also, he hasn't really done much. I mean, he put out a record in 2021, but that didn't do anything.
been on
And so his
TV.
music was 20 years. It's 20 years old. So I'm not saying he's a bad musician, but the stuff he's put out.
What 21-year-old is putting on Hot in Her?
It
Right.
is hard to put on shows. A, and B. He doesn't care. He's going down there. He got his check.
Oh,
Goodbye.
he got it crazy.
Oh,
Colleges-
don't tell me he doesn't
cares.
care.
That's
He
an ego.
cares.
That's a shot to your ego.
He cares.
It's not the first
Nobody
time.
shows up.
It's not the
Sure.
first
He
time.
cares.
He's not doing it for his ego anymore. He's doing it.
Oh, don't tell me. I mean, listen, it's all a little part of it.
He's a grown man.
I love that he came
sure
out with
his
Tim
ego-
McGraw and did Over and Over
Yeah, that was
a couple weeks ago here in Missouri, here in St. Louis.
Oh, I didn't know that. When was that song? It was like 2010.
He might have been out of that. That was 2005-ish.
Oh my gosh, that was that
Nelly
one there too.
is-
Filmed here in town.
Nelly's for people our age.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but some of those.
It's
Those
it's a
colleges-
nostalgia
No.
act at this point, though. It's
Colleges
not.
pay well.
It's not
Not
a
gonna-
hit.
Because colleges also in those kind of settings they have
Not
to
hip.
spin.
I'm just telling you.
They have to get rid of that money.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. All right, today is April the 17th. Back in the day, 234 years ago, 1790, Ben Franklin died in Pennsylvania.
Ah,
In Philly, he was 84.
Has anybody seen that thing? Michael Douglas is Franklin.
Man, I saw the trailer. It looks so cheeseball.
It looks terrible.
I'm going to talk
looks-
about it coming up.
it
he
looks horrendous.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But so
it
what-
looks horrendous.
There's no comedy. It's not supposed to be comedy, right?
No,
I mean,
Oh, it
you
does
see,
look bad.
it almost plays out like an SNL skit.
It does look weird.
it's a bummer.
63 years ago, 1961, the CIA launches one of the biggest disasters, the Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba, where the CIA trained Cuban exiles to overthrow the communist government of Fidel Castro. 100 attackers were killed, 200 escaped, and the remaining 1,200 captured and held for ransom. Whoops. 60 years ago, 1964, Ford unveiled its newest model, the Mustang.
So cool.
55 years ago, 1969, Sirhan, convicted of assassinating Robert F. Kennedy, given the death penalty a week later, ended up serving life in prison after California abolished the death penalty in 72. 45 years ago, speaking of low attendance, 1979, the worst attended MLB game occurred in Oakland. Only 250 people showed up.
What year was this?
1979.
Oh my goodness. And to think that they would go on not too many years later and win World Series.
26 years ago, 1998, Linda McCartney died in Tucson, Arizona after a long battle against breast cancer. 18 years ago, 2006, Melissa Etheridge announced that she and her partner, Tammy Lynn Michaels, were expecting twins. Tammy gave birth to the twins in October of 06. Melissa already had 2 kids with her previous girlfriend, Julia Cipher, who were conceived thanks to the donated spermatozoa of
David
The
Crosby.
Walrus.
the walrus, David Crosby. And 13 years ago today in 2011, Game of Thrones, based on the fantasy novels by George R.R. Martin, premiered on HBO. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, it's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
All right, we're going to start with this. The National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress. Albums by Green Day, ABBA, The Cars, Notorious B.I.G., and The Chicks are among the 25 new recordings that were added to the registry. There are now 650 recordings in the registry, which features audio treasures worthy of preservation for all time based on their cultural, historical, or aesthetic importance in the nation's recorded sound heritage.
So what Dookie from Green Day?
So, Dookie from Green Day, Ready to Die from Biggie, Wide Open Spaces from the Chicks. You even had ABBA's Arrival, Jefferson Airplane's Surrealistic Pillow, and Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy.
So these are all going to be saved in the National Archives.
Yes, they are saved as of this year.
Cool.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will announce its 2024 inductees on ABC's American Idol on April 21st. Just in case you need a recap, this year's nominees.
Guys, that's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Oh.
TiVo it. Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, Cher, Dave Matthews Band, Eric B. and Rakim, Foreigner, Peter Frampton, Jane's Addiction, Kool and the Gang, Lenny Kravitz, Oasis, Sinead
Oh,
O'Connor,
I forgot Lenny Kravitz.
Ozzy Osbourne, Sade, and A Tribe Called Quest are all
Kravitz
up.
will get in.
You think?
Yeah.
What do you think about Jane's Addiction?
You know my stance on that.
I know, but do you
And I
think
think-
they'll get it?
No, I think they won't, and it'll be a mistake yet again.
You'll throw something at your TV this
What about
Sunday.
Sade? Is she?
No.
Doggone it. She's so good, man.
Dave Matthews Band was the leading fan vote that you found out about yesterday during Crap on Celebrities. Black Crowes, they're coming to town. They're going to be opening up for Aerosmith, which has been rescheduled in October. Chris Robinson, the frontman, was on Broken Record podcast, admitted that the band doesn't know how to read music in the traditional sense. Here's a clip of Chris Robinson.
Because we didn't learn music. We don't know about music. I don't read music. Rich doesn't read music. But we know what it feels like and we know what sounds right. And then you keep doing that. Of course, through that, your vocabulary is bigger, but we maybe are using different words than people who are more knowledgeable about the inner workings and mathematics, the arithmetic of music.
Yeah.
Is something that has escaped us.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? They make great music.
If you make good music, you make good music. I'm sorry I don't know the technical terms.
Isn't that just the thing, though? Dave Grohl doesn't know how to read music either, and
Most
look
of
at
us,
what he's done.
Most of us don't, I don't think.
Yeah, like you don't know how to traditionally read music.
No, I don't. I think I did in 5th grade for like a minute.
Yeah.
So like the very, 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 very basics. But we have like little codes, and the more you play with somebody, the more you kind of develop your own little code. And the crazy thing is, kind of have codes that are slightly different for each band. Because Goldfinger kind of has their own code, so I kind of
So you learn that?
Yeah, you kind of pick up on what that means, and then there's like a general language that kind of happens because most people don't. Like Steve Lukather, he's one of those preachers that like goes in there and talks about
Steve
how
Lukather is like the session guitarist.
He's-
pretty much the guy you hear on every Michael Jackson record. If you hear guitar on Michael Jackson records, it's Steve Lukather.
He's probably the greatest living guitar player right now. But he's like a preacher.
Also
like,
Toto.
He's like a preacher where he's like, you should know theory. You should know all these kind of things.
Right.
I think he's the most rare guy out there because I think there's probably 10%.
That's why he's a studio guy, though, and not in a, like. I mean, even though he's famous for the band, but
Yeah,
more
if you're a
for the
studio musician, you got to know that stuff.
Yeah, we
Sure.
know. We know. I think most people know like the general language, but if you put sheet music in front of a guitar player, Steve Lukather is going to shred it, and the rest of us are going to go, "What do I do
is
with
this?
that?"
Yeah.
What do I do
Well, I
with
wonder
that?
if that is a good thing, though, because music is being cut from school funding. And so you still are going to get a surge of musicians, people that I think it's kind of nice to say that out loud for up and coming musicians who are like, oh my God, I don't got money to take guitar lessons or whatever. They don't have it at my school. You can still become a pretty famous, well known musician having not being able to read music at all.
Well,
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So music is I mean the magic of music is it's a language for everybody. If we know music, if you don't, if you know what you're talking about, because it's about moving people and inspiring something.
Listen,
and
you know what sounds good.
Right. Well, yeah, you know it moves you. That's all it takes. That's what music. That's the magic of music is that it moves you. And the big thing is with learning how to read and write music, sheet music as far as songwriting goes. A lot of people say that it can actually kind of ruin you. So it kind of freaks me out. They say that if people that like have the feel and know how to play and like can start writing stuff, they start to get into the nitty gritty of theory and all that. But they can start developing rules that they would not have otherwise followed, and actually can kind of prevent some real inspiration.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't allow you to go off the script.
Right. All right, Steve Buscemi has joined the cast of Wednesday for season 2. This is the Jenna Ortega show on Netflix that was huge for season 1. There's no real word about who he's playing, but, Catherine Zeta-Jones might come back. Obviously, Jenna Ortega. I think it's kind of cool. Steve Buscemi is one of those character actors that he just adds something to anything he joins. I can't wait. Speaking of next seasons, I loved Euphoria on HBO. And Angus Cloud passed away, I think last year, right, or 2 years ago, who played Fezco.
Euphoria, was that the one?
That's Zendaya's show on HBO. It's about the high school kids.
Okay.
Judd Apatow's daughter, Maud's in it.
A lot of nudity.
A lot of nudity. Sydney Sweeney's boobs are all over it.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a great show. If you have kids that are in high school, you probably don't want to watch it because it'll give you a little peek into possibly what it could be like in high school for kids of this age. But it is a great show, and I think it adds something of realism to the high school experience, unfortunately, nowadays. But Euphoria still doesn't know if it's going to come back for a season 3. Zendaya says if it's right for the characters and everything turns out the way it should, of course it will. She's one of the executive producers on it. Travis Kelce has landed his first Hollywood gig. He's going to be the host of Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity for Amazon Prime's Video. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the spinoff of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader will see Taylor Swift's boyfriend quizzing adults on 6th grade level topics for
If he's the celebrity
grand.
they're going up against, the answer is yes.
He's just hosting
Every time.
Every time.
Are you smarter than a celebrity? Yes.
Yes. Contestants will rely on assistance from a classroom filled with celebrities, and Kelsey has already filmed 20 episodes for the show. Michael Douglas, we were just talking about, or Franklin. Michael Douglas, who plays Hank Pym in the Ant-Man movies, doesn't want to come back for another one. In fact, he talked to the Marvel Universe and said, hey, I'll sign up for the second one, if you kill me off. Yeah. And they didn't do that. So he wanted to be killed off in Quantumania, and he was on The View to promote his new Apple TV show. Franklin opened up about it, said he really wanted to be killed off from the third Ant-Man movie. He says, I'd like to have a serious death with all of the great special effects. There's got to be some fantastic way where I can shrink into an ant side and explode, whatever it is. I want to use all of the effects. But that was just on the last one. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to show up for the fourth.
Boy, I tell you what, that Franklin looks terrible.
Yeah, what is it about?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin? And he is Ben Franklin?
He is Ben Franklin. And
Michael Douglas
is Ben Franklin.
Douglas is Franklin.
It just doesn't look,
in all his dramatic glory.
It just doesn't look, I can't get into it.
No, it looks all wrong. It I don't know if it's like the coloring or the costuming or something. It just looks.
He's got a bald wig on. Ben Franklin had no hair up top. He has skullet, right?
Yeah, he had a skullet.
But I don't know if he is kind of bald looking. I mean, it looks like Michael Douglas.
He's got the skullet.
Like at Halloween.
Who was the one that Paul Giamatti played?
That was John Adams, and that was good. Incredible. That was
good.
Yeah, you got into it. Because he looked like, I don't know if he looked like him or not, but it was believable.
He was serving John Adams energy.
Okay, I will say this photo actually makes it look a lot better.
Yeah, that looks all right.
This is not what the ad looks like on Apple TV. You know what? Never mind.
God, who told those old-timey guys that those wigs were something? All the curly white wigs with the ponytail?
I don't know. I can't get into it. I'm sorry.
Well, the shots of Versailles look amazing.
Let's see if you can get into this, Riz.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Pamela Anderson has joined the cast of Naked Gun, the remake. So she's going to play the role of Priscilla Presley.
Oh, Jane?
Yes. She's going to play the love interest to Lieutenant Frank Drebin, who's being played by Liam Neeson. I'm into this.
Jane. What was her last name?
I don't know.
Oh, she had a last name.
Is
She
that
had a
the-
last name.
Spencer.
Is that the gal? The
It was
thanks.
Jane Spencer?
It was Jane.
Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
Yeah, nice beaver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Priscilla Presley's character.
So I think this is perfect for Pamela Anderson. She's going to mix a little bit of sexiness with some goofiness. It's going to be perfect.
No, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Why?
This is the
Because
ad.
she's not wearing makeup anymore? Is that it? Is
Yes,
that
that's
why?
it. No, because I'd like a serious actress.
What?
This is the ad that turned me off. It's too bright. It's too pretty.
That kid
looking.
looks
Yeah,
bigger
looks
than
like
he does.
Looks like he's
Michael Douglas
deceased.
is Franklin.
And that's all I saw was
The
just this,
vampire
Listen, people
Franklin.
can't see that.
this one
Unless-
still. Yeah, but it made it look like it. What's that show that everybody loves? That's like the costumes and the period piece.
Bridgerton?
Yes, it made it look like Bridgerton, and I was like, that's not what I want.
No, thanks. Jenna Jameson and her wife, Jessie Lawless, are divorcing after less than a year of marriage. Here is Jessie Lawless talking about that.
There are a lot of rumors going around that Jenna and I are getting a divorce, and I'm making this video to confirm that. I told her in the beginning of our relationship that I was drawing a hard line and that drinking had led to so many problems in her life that I would not tolerate it at all under any circumstances. And this is the first time she's gone to an event without me since we've been married. This is the first time she's been away from me. I've been keeping her on the straight and narrow. She goes to Chicago and she starts drinking. And then when I confronted her about it, she was definitely trying to lie about it until I told her that I had pictures. I said, people have sent me pictures of you with champagne in your hand. She admitted it.
Rafe and Tina had brunch with them
I
not
know.
too long ago.
I thought of them immediately seeing this because I asked, I go, what were they like? You know, and Rafe said that they were in love and happy and fun.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. That
Drinking
was the deal breaker.
Drinking was the deal breaker.
And finally, the Wall Street Journal says the Justice Department is suing Live Nation. Specifics on the lawsuit aren't exactly clear yet, but it could involve antitrust claims, arguing that Live Nation has used its dominance to undermine competition with other sort of ticketing events. And so last month, Live Nation published an essay downplaying the idea that the company is a monopoly, saying, quote, Ticketmaster has more competition today than it ever has had, and the deal terms with venues show it has nothing close to a monopoly power.
So basically, if I'm not mistaken, the argument is they own half of the venues and the ticketing part of it
Right. Is built in.
is built in,
And then don't they own the resale ticket sites too?
like StubHub.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All,
Could be
all,
interesting.
all I know about Live Nation is, they're great to us here in St.
Yeah.
Louis. I
Yeah.
like them.
They're great in every city they're in. But I think as far
I don't
as
know
a
the ins and
consumer,
outs of it.
Right. Well, we're going to find that out because the Justice Department is
Open the
suing
books.
them. Open the books.
Open the books.
Let's see what you got.
Anyway, that's your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Rooney Mara. That's the girl with the dragon tattoo in the American version. She's also a sister to Kate Mara and NFL royalty. We know her family, right?
The Maras and the Roonies.
The Maras, her dad's family, the Maras, they own the Giants. Her mom's family, the Rooneys, own the Steelers. And they're great-granddaughters of the New York Giants founder Tim Mara and Pittsburgh Steelers founder Art Rooney Sr. Victoria Beckham is 50. That's Posh Spice. Jennifer Garner is 52. Redman is 54. Adam McKay is 56. Liz Phair is 57. William Mapother. You guys know who that is?
Yes.
This was Ethan on Lost, but he has a
Oh, no, I was
small
thinking
part.
somebody else.
Small part in Mission Impossible 2. He's famous, really, because he's Tom Cruise's cousin. William Mapother is 59. L. Scott Caldwell. That's Rose on Lost. L stands for Levine. She's 74. Norman Boomer Esiason, NFL quarterback and Monday Night Football commentator, he's 63. Sean Bean, he's Boromir in Lord of the Rings. He's also Ned Stark in Game of Thrones. I love it because his name just looks like Scene Bean. Sean Bean is 65. And Jan Hammer, the Czechoslovakian composer of the theme to Miami Vice.
Yes.
Is 76 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Coffee Cakes.
Coffee cakes.
So it's K-A-H-F-E-E, so Coffee Cakes.
Cafefe.
All right, today's birthday girl's been in 39 fine films. Let's see if you could find the theme here
Okay.
in her movies. All That Ass, 11 and 25. Ass Everywhere, 2. Big Butt Black Teachers, 2. Big Butt Bounce, 5.
Are you telling me it was just a coincidence that
Big
her name is
League Booty.
Cakes?
Big Fat Apple Bottom Booties, 10. Big Fat Onion Booty, 3. Big Fat Onion Butts, 2. Badonkadonk, 1 and 10. Thick Ass Sisters.
What the heck is an onion butt?
It was Badonkadonk
You
animated.
can peel it back.
That sounds like a terrible thing that happens after a particular
No,
dinner.
it's the shape of an onion.
Oh, all right.
So it's kind of like,
Doesn't that sound like
It
I didn't
sounds
have hot
gross.
sauce, but man, I got onion butt.
and who could forget a roll? In 2007's Mama Turned Me Out 1. Coffee Cakes is 44 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We have some of your emails. And how about a Mother of the Year candidate from our fair city of St. Louis? Usually, that's not a good thing.
It's not.
Like you don't want to be a Riz Show Mother of the Year, but we got a candidate. It's 7:51. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more. And the NASCAR Cup Series, June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We got a right lane blocked due to a crash 70 eastbound just before Earth City Expressway. Also, right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stolen vehicle 270 northbound at 44. Your point forecast, dry and breezy, high of 82. Right now it's 67 at the Point Studio.
36.
Emails here in just a second. When you were a little kid, anybody have their dad let them sit on their lap and steer the car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never did.
Well, you lived in a big city.
There was, even when we were out in the burbs, there was a kid, and he used to drive himself down to the bus stop on his dad's lap.
That's cool.
I was
whoa.
so friggin' jealous.
We never did it in the city. We're talking like dirt roads.
Yeah.
My dad's done it with my kids. On the dirt roads.
On the dirt road, but sitting on his lap, right, in total control.
Yeah, yeah. They can't
If
reach,
something were to go wrong,
yeah, they can't reach the pedals.
right.
They're just doing the wheel.
Yeah. I got a kind of different situation here having to do with our Mother of the Year candidate
Oh, no.
All right.
from our area. See the story, Lern?
I did.
Oh, this is
Broke my heart.
me too.
Yeah.
There's a lot wrong with this.
Yep.
From the actual story of what happened to when it happened,
Kid's 8 years old.
8 years old. So a mom is facing charges after she allowed her 8-year-old kid to drive her and her other kid to their house in East St. Louis early Monday morning because the mom was hammered drunk in the back.
It's terrible.
Oh, man. You say how old?
8
With another child in
with
the
a
car.
3-year-old in the car.
This kid doesn't know cursive.
How you reaching the pedals?
Back to East St. Louis. Were they in St. Louis and going back to Illinois? Or, because, I mean, that's scary in itself. Like going over a bridge.
Yeah. Well, so here's what happened. So the 3-year-old was in the back seat without a car seat. So Latanya Mays-Gale has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree endangering the welfare of a child, creating substantial risk. According to the probable cause statement from the St. Louis Metro Police Department, so it must have been on our side of the bridge, around 4 a.m. Monday,
Oh, boy.
an 8-year-old was seen driving a car on the wrong direction or in the wrong direction of traffic, heading west in the eastbound lane at the corner of 4th and Walnut.
West
So, yeah,
on the
that's-
eastbound lane.
So west in the
man.
eastbound lane at the corner of 4th and Walnut. So that's downtown.
I mean, it's divine intervention that these people did not die. Like,
That's so
Yeah,
scary.
that the family didn't get killed
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
anybody
they
else.
didn't kill anybody else.
Are there details about the pullover?
Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Like, I'm curious, like, did they just whip and the kid stopped?
It's
Or-
probably like the black sheep pullover where they
So-
stop in the middle of the road and
So police say the kid, 8 years old, took control, drove the car after mom couldn't drive. She was passed out in the backseat of the car. A security officer saw the kid driving and stopped him. I'm assuming the kid wasn't going fast or anything.
okay.
The security officers then called the police. When officers got there, they found the 3-year-old in the back without a secure child seat. Mom was drunk, allowed the kid to drive them from or to their planning to go back to East St. Louis.
How did the child even know how to get home? You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's
first of all, yes, terrible. The kid is driving, but then also little kids don't know where they're going. So the fact that I'm assuming this is a little boy, that he made it as far as he did is like
Is
incredible,
very
and
impressive.
that he's not hurt.
I don't know where they started from.
Right.
Like they were going back home to East St. Louis.
I know. I'm wondering about your kids. We both have 15-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And if I took my kids beyond 1,500 feet of my house and said, "Get back home," I'm not sure they could do it. I'm not sure, man.
Without Waze?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. It just breaks my heart because this little boy probably thought, I got to get my family home.
Right.
Mom's in the
I
back
can take
seat.
care of mommy.
It's just so sad.
It's heartbreaking.
And he must he's obviously a very intelligent kid.
Yeah. What a great
It's also
kid.
4 a.m. Monday. Like, why the kids should be home getting
Yeah.
ready, asleep because school's in a couple hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, somebody in the chat says it sounds like this isn't the first time this has happened. I mean, it could be. You're right.
Oof.
That's terrifying.
That's a terrifying story. But
hope
again,
that
thank
mom
God
gets
everybody's
help.
all right.
Yeah.
And
Hope the
excellent
mom
job,
gets help.
kiddo.
I know the kids are with the dad currently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happened, and that's making national news. Here's another Mom of the Year candidate.
Okay.
Not as bad as that one, and this is something a mom put out a video of her and her 2 boys. And there's nothing wrong with being a proud mom, right? Proud mama boys. In fact, boys all kids thrive with a loving parent in their lives. This is I don't know. This is a line. There's a line between a mom's love for her kids and then it just goes too far. So this woman, Isabel Thomas, mom of 3, made a video featuring her 2 young sons hugging her as she entered the room. And she captioned the video, "Mommy's Boys," with the overlay saying she's raising her boys to be, quote, obsessed with her for a reason. So their future wife can't say they're going to her side for the holidays.
Weird. Weird flex.
I hope it's tongue in cheek.
But
I don't know. I don't know if it's a tongue in cheek
That's
thing.
a funny post that she put out there to be 100% funny, but is totally
At the same time,
15%.
but it's not joking.
real. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like it's like I'm joking. No, I'm not.
Not really.
Yeah.
So she's making her kids obsessed with her so their future wife can't say they're going to her side for the holidays.
My mom,
I hope it's a joke.
I'm just thinking back in the 90s, there used to be this, I think it was either Cosmo or one of the ladies' magazines my mom was reading, and you could submit to be like Mom of the Year, but you had to submit photos. And so my mom was like, all right, I'm going to take a picture of us showing you how to do your homework. So it's a stage photo of she and I doing our homework. All right, Lauren, now go out and we're going to water the plants together. None of this was happening.
social
Okay, I had a
media-
tutor.
at the beginning stages.
It was. We had to take all these pictures on like a 35 millimeter. And so I have those photos.
Pretend to love me.
And my mom's like all hot, like looking like perfect mom. It just kills me.
Oh, that is
Well, and
awesome.
then this video
would have been great on socials.
This video is like less than 10 seconds long, but it immediately created a discussion in online world on, is it real?
Yeah.
Is this mom really trying to create this for her boys? Where in the future?
Yeah. I bet you most moms, there's something in them that doesn't want to say it, but like, yeah, that's what I
Every
want.
parent doesn't want their kids going to another parent's house for
No,
Christmas.
but you got to figure it out.
You do. It's the part of relationships that blows.
If
you know?
only we had more than 365 days a year.
Yeah, but I mean, you have the holidays. Where are we spending Christmas this year?
Right.
Where are we doing Thanksgiving this year? That's a thing.
Everybody's feelings are on the line.
And also, now you have a situation where, and let's say this is a mom that is really doing this, that's going to put a wedge between son and future daughter-in-law.
Sure.
And there's mom meddling, always meddling mom.
I mean, I think that attracts the gals to the boys whenever the boy's a total mama's boy,
Yeah, mom's putting the kid into position that could cause, a rift with the partner.
I really try my hardest. My oldest daughter, I think, not so much my second daughter, but my oldest daughter, she, I can hear it in her voice. She's trying to make sure everybody, no feelings are hurt.
I know.
And you try that. That's good on her.
She really does. She's so considerate. I'm not saying my second one isn't. She's just not as outward about it, maybe. But she, I'm always like hey man, if you make it, it's great. Of course we want to see it. I try not to put any of that pressure on.
That's good.
I don't know if I am or not. Maybe I am. Maybe she knows me and I'm
That pressure is just invincible pressure, no matter how you act.
Yeah, I
So,
think. I mean, she's
you know?
putting it on herself, but I'm trying. I mean, she has a ton of places to go. Plus, she doesn't even live here in town, so she's doing all this driving. And every time she comes by, I'm just like, oh wow, man, that's really cool. She went really all out, and then she'll stay till like 10:30. So all right, well, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you're good. You put in the requisite amount of time. You're
You
good.
love me, okay?
Get out. Yeah, I'm hoping that my kids have these decisions to make. They don't feel the pressure. Like, hey, man, it's cool.
Yeah, but that's a dad thing. It means more to her
Okay, that's
outwardly.
You don't want to be a
okay.
martyr,
That's
though.
children. I'm
like,
okay. That's a divorce thing.
yeah.
Which I think is maybe separate from this particular topic of just in-laws.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's different.
Yeah, I mean, inherently, I respect my oldest daughter's mother more than I do her mother-in-law. It's not a competition or nothing, but like, you know, I'm looking out for the
Sure.
welfare for mom more so.
For your side. Yeah, I often think if my dad were still alive, because my dad would have lived 2 hours away in Southern Illinois. My mom and Jerry are here, and then my in-laws are in Nixa, Missouri, which is about 3 hours away. And I'm like, you know what? If my dad were here, I mean, that just adds like a third.
That would have thrown another thing in
You
there.
know, and so talk about silver lining. If you have a parent that's passed, like that's one less thing that you have
Thank
to do
God,
during the
right?
holidays that you have to deal with.
Give it up for dead dads.
Hey,
All
the
right.
dead dad. Wow. R.I.P. Dad.
Yeah, well, especially for us, you know, since both sides are on, 1,000 miles away.
Right.
Now we're really.
But you know what? You have a leg up there too, because that's an airplane ride. I'm still within driving distance of my in-laws, and so to not make it or not be, it's unacceptable. So you have to find a way to balance. But it's 3 hours, which is just enough time to be annoying.
Yeah, well,
You know?
okay, it's got its
Yeah,
pros
that
and cons. Like, oh, you took an airplane ride, and you're here for 7 days, and you're doing 4 days there and only 3 here. Okay.
Oh God.
Man, I just know that throughout my 20s and my early 30s, the pressure to be all these different places ruined the holidays for me. It ruined
man.
it. It totally. I mean, I'm still recovering. I'm starting to now enjoy the holidays because I should be enjoying the holidays. It really was ruined for me because of all that pressure. So I just want to make sure that I do
We're
not.
staying home this year.
I don't want to ruin Christmas for my kids.
Well, Tim and I are doing our Christmas trip this year, and so that's a whole thing because we had to announce at Christmas this year, hey, we're going to do this next year, give everybody a year of time, and then that means that we are going to have, which I hope to have, an event at my house where his parents and my parents come, and we shower them with love and Christmas spirit, and then we're out for the rest of the
Well-
Is this
month.
going to be the new thing every year?
No, just this year.
Well, back to this. So the mom is making the sons obsessed with her. So in the future, they side with her for the holidays, and so they want to. This woman wants her son or sons to be selfish husbands, basically.
Yeah, she's creating more problems.
Yes.
For them.
Yes.
Think so?
Yes. She's creating
Definitely.
more problems. If we're to take this for what it is,
Yeah, she's already putting pressure on it. She's
and
already
now-
thinking about the pressure.
and now you're going to make her kids choose between their future wives and you.
She's a mom's.
You're going to lose. Hopefully. Hopefully, you're going to lose that.
That's the
I've seen a marriage break up because of a mother.
that's the forever battle.
Yeah.
I've seen a marriage break up because a mother was too, and the son was such a puss that he couldn't make a decision.
Well, there's nothing
He
better.
always sided with his mother.
Yeah, there's nothing better. You know, they say when you're looking for a mate, you look at your mate's mother or father to kind of, get a little glimpse into the future. Well, at the same time, you should probably be eyeing up like, hey, could this lady get along with my mom? And could this fella get along with my dad? Because imagine that. If that works out and they get on.
Harmony.
Like my parents and my wife's parents, they get on.
Thank God.
And it is the greatest because we can just be the hub. Everybody comes. It's like, this is family.
Happy land over here.
Yeah. No, it is.
Happy
It's good.
land.
Heavenly.
Yes.
Hey, it took me a couple decades.
My family's nuts. We're all fire signs. We're insane. Tim's family, they're all just real chill, good-hearted people. Like we are fire and rage and cursing and
Well,
laughter.
All
We're
bets are
maniacal.
off.
Tim's are
Both
so
my
sweet.
sides. So
We just try to coexist.
both sides is a lot of yelling, honestly.
But did they get
Good.
on? Did they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
they're
course
fine.
they do. They get, but it's just different energy levels. Like my my mom and Jerry want to be loud, and Tim's parents, they're just sweet and they're cool just being chill. And we are zero chill in my family. So
you're saying Tim
that can be a
comes
little
from chill
annoying, I'm
parents?
sure.
I
for
know
both
of a
sides.
couple that broke up because the mother-in-law was so overbearing, wouldn't even allow, and this on the husband's side. Like, so the family would go over there for dinners on like Sundays, and the wife wouldn't even be invited.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Decided it didn't work out.
Yikes.
And guess what? Divorce.
Sure.
What a bummer.
Yeah. All right, let's get to a couple emails
Dude,
where the guy was such a puss that he couldn't step up to his mom and like, hey.
You got to do that.
did you ever have any? Do you ever have any situations where, as you got older, you found out that actually your family was a bit more broken than you thought? And this is what I mean. I grew up and the families would get together, and I thought everything was hunky dory. And then you find out, like at 12, that there's a relative or two that ain't here that I never met because they were like broken, like bye, see ya. Nobody gets along with you,
For
so you're not
sure.
invited anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. And I've come to find out, like the older I get, I'm like, oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, man.
I honestly, my dad's side of the family, there's a lot of mystery there. And I don't know if I want to be going down those.
You don't want to unlock those
Nah,
doors?
I don't know. I think I'm good not knowing some of these things. Okay.
Email is brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's just start with the entertainment reviews. We were just talking about Michael Douglas as Franklin. Here's one that says, Moon, you need to watch The Gentleman movie. Colin Farrell, Charlie Hunnam, Matthew McConaughey absolutely crush it. Rafe, the new Roadhouse was good as long as you know what you're getting into.
Yes.
Just like Swayze did when he made the OG. You guys recommend a lot of good movies. Just watch the movie from 2013 starring Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck, Willem Dafoe, Forrest Whitaker, and a few others. I'd really like to know your opinions on this flick. Please watch
What
it.
was the movie?
Sorry for any misspellings. I don't know. Look that up. Christian Bale.
By the way, The Gentleman was a Guy Ritchie movie.
No. The Gentleman is a Guy Ritchie show, and I already watched that one.
Oh,
No,
they
The
made it-
Gentleman 2019 is a movie
Oh, it is? That's a Guy Ritchie? Oh, so
with
this...
Charlie Hunnam, McConaughey, Colin Farrell.
So the show's based off of the movie?
I think so, because Giancarlo Esposito is
Yeah.
in. Okay, so it must be based on the movie.
Oh, okay, so we just watched the show, and it's very, very... what's that guy's name? Guy Ritchie. It's very...
The movie is Guy Ritchie 2019.
And so is the show. It's Guy Ritchie at his Guy Ritchie-est.
Okay, so what's
This movie has Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck, Willem Dafoe, and Forrest Whitaker. 2013.
okay?
It is called...
Out of the Furnace.
Oh,
That's Freddie.
Out of the Furnace is a 2013 American crime drama film directed by Scott Cooper, starring Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck, Forrest Whitaker, Willem Dafoe, Zoe Saldana, Sam Shepard. I never even heard of this
Me
thing.
neither.
Yeah, I
I
think
want to
it-
see it.
because I believe I've seen this. This
Was
is
a
where
box office
Affleck
failure.
and Bale are brothers in this, and they're kind of like in a super industrial town.
Box office failure, grossing $15.7 million against a $22 million budget. The film received mixed to positive reviews from critics.
It's a good stream movie. If you're going to kill some time, it's a good one to watch.
I love me some
It's
Christian
a good
Bale.
entertain. It's enough action. It's a good everything. It's just
Okay,
right.
critical response.
And it's Christian Bale.
54% on the tomatoes.
Hey, well, that's not good. Well, we were staying in... although I like a lot of 54% Rotten Tomatoes
Sure.
movies. While we're staying in entertainment for a second, we started watching that Outer Range with Josh Brolin. and-
Ooh, isn't that awesome?
Dude, it is really good. How did we never hear this? It's on Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime's the bottom of the barrel as far as these things go. But like
This one is their top tier show.
Riz, it's Yellowstone meets Stranger Things and like a sci-fi.
What's it
thing.
called?
It's called Outer Range.
Outer Range, and it is based kind of on a true story.
What?
Yes.
It's a little slow, but it's got some time travel. It's like a
right,
it's like a
okay,
sci-fi ranch.
All right.
It's wild.
thing.
And but there's second seasons. They're shooting it right now.
Next.
Okay, let's go to this one. Fellas and Lern, Team Riz member and local first responder asking for a shout out, which we all know you guys don't do.
No.
This week is National Public Safety Telecommunications Week, and we would love to get some love from the Riz Show for all local public safety dispatchers out there answering the call for service and being the first.
All right.
First responder
Fine. We'll make an exception for
in
first
someone's
responders.
times of need.
Fine.
Ah, yes!
For you guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you for what you do. Next.
Let's jump back to entertainment. What's up, Riz Show? The other day, Lern expressed that she's scared of the cave systems that may be under all of our homes.
Yeah. There was
Learn.
a sinkhole that opened up in Illinois.
Yeah, I saw that.
Freaked me out, man.
Giant sinkhole.
Giant. Back to you.
This goes on to say, Lern, if you have this fear, then you should definitely watch the movie The Descent.
Oh, I've seen it.
It should help you conquer the fear completely.
Yeah, I own that movie. Okay.
You do?
Yeah, it's about these. It's these spelunkers or these women that go underground into the cave system and they're seeking something out. And then, spoiler alert, one of the girls turns into like this crazy monster and like eats the other girls.
Is that what you're afraid of?
Underground. No, I'm not afraid of the monsters under there. I just don't like the fact that things are hollow and that at any given moment the floor can just drop
So
out.
this sinkhole is out in Hillsboro.
Yeah.
Giant. It's so Route 185 is closed because like near
Wait,
Illinois
Missouri?
185 near Hillsboro. Look,
Okay.
dude, I'm showing Moon a
Look at
picture.
that.
That looks like outer range. I'm telling
It's just a hole in the ground, and not sure, what's going on under there.
So outer range is Josh Brolin.
Lizard people could
who's-
be coming out of there. I'm not sure.
Josh Brolin has this big giant ranch, it's a cattle
50 foot
ranch,
wide.
and he's missing a couple cattle, and he goes out in his west pasture and he finds a hole.
Lem-
in it that he doesn't know where it goes to.
Let me say this. Also, my algorithm knows that I am not about this life. And so there apparently over in Washington, I think, is a devil's hole, which is a hole on this guy's land that goes to nothing. He's dropped all sorts of crap down there. It never lands. He's gone down to see what's up. The dogs don't want anything near that hole.
This is the movie.
Also,
And this is the show.
The dog
it's based on a real place. Also, TikTok knows that I am all about the conspiracy theory that the missing kids of America are all going missing near the cave system entrances. And so there's a map out there where if you see the cave system of America and then like where
Yeah.
missing children have happened, it's all the same.
No, she's right about that map. That map is crazy.
It's nuts.
But no,
So,
that's the sequel.
I don't want to go down there.
I believe that's the sequel where this is kind of based on
Sorry.
Moon, and because he threw a dead dog in there once,
See?
and a dog. The
All
dog
right.
returned.
Thank you,
The
Scott.
dog returned.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you for knowing what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
Next.
what that show's based on.
Oh, shoot. Let's stay with it for a second. Good morning. Lern is self-admitted to not having seen a lot of popular movies. The year Jeff got sick, each show member picked a movie each month for him to watch. It was a lot of fun, and he had to do a little report on the movie after he watched it. I think it would be fun to do this with Lern. Thanks, Mike.
I'll do
That
it.
was awesome.
Yeah, you guys. There's
I'll
a
have to think
list.
about it.
Like The Godfather. Haven't seen it. Need to watch
Like,
it.
have you seen Goodfellas?
No.
Okay, that'd be my that would be my one for you to watch.
Okay.
I would like your opinion on it.
I'll do it. I love this idea.
All right.
We
So,
just said, Brolin, have you seen No Country for Old Men?
I have.
Okay.
one at a time. This is for May. Or are we in April?
It's
We're in
it's
April.
April.
April. Okay, so Goodfellas in April.
Okay.
And then we'll go.
Yeah, just Tim could be there. I'm sure Tim's seen it
He's seen it, yeah.
because he's a guy,
He is a man. He's cool as hell.
and he currently does have his man card, right?
Yes, last time I
Okay,
checked
yes.
it.
Last time
In
you
his
checked,
wallet, it's still there.
Is he still an upstanding?
Dude, he's turned it into a silver fox.
He's
Things
paying-
are
he's
looking
paying
up
his
at my
dues.
house. Tim's hair is going.
Is he still an
Great.
upstanding member of the man club?
His
He
dues
is.
are in good standing.
He's the manliest of all men.
Yeah, watch that and let me know.
Okay.
Next.
Hi, Risho.
Hi.
I was grocery shopping yesterday. As I turned into the aisle, an older man, I'd say 55 to 60, turned his head and sneezed. He did not cover his mouth or his nose. I paused because I didn't want to walk through the sneeze. What would you have done? Would you have turned and walked out of the aisle, kept going? Someone was coming behind me, so I felt like I had to keep going on the same aisle. What do I do?
I would have stopped, kind of made a show of it. Kind of made a little show of
I
it.
guess we're doing this now.
No.
This is okay.
I would stop and make it known that I'm not going to walk through your
Missed.
gross
What, would you pass
I
the
was-
disease mist.
You got to scream, push the cart towards him, or run the other way, and that way he knows.
Would you do the stop where you squeaked your shoes on purpose?
Yeah. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have passive aggressively made it known that I'm stopping
Till it.
to let whatever
Dissolves.
disease
The
to go into
osmosis.
another aisle.
Right.
Gross. What? And this is a man in his 50s.
55 to 60.
wrong
he's
with you?
Guessing.
Yeah, we got elbows. That's where you're supposed to
What's wrong with you?
put that.
What would you have done?
I would have just been like, and I would have just walked the other way.
You would have
Just
turned?
real bitch move. Yeah. I'm not into that. I don't like when people
Nobody's into
cough.
that.
Like,
I'm not
get
into it
the
either.
hell away from me.
Man,
This is a grocery store, not a grocery store.
I would
Right.
like to think that I wouldn't be passive aggressive, but I do feel like I probably naturally would have gone, "Oh, come on, man!" Like I think it would have just spilled out. Like,
Ugh.
oh.
Disgusting. Next.
I was wondering your thoughts on men hearting.
Oh, Scott would have prayed for him. Sorry.
Oh, Thanks.
I was wondering your thoughts on. Oh yeah, that's what you do. You say bless you.
Yeah. God bless you.
Yeah.
Like yo, man, I just watched you sneeze.
And then
all
you,
over
Bless
the
you.
place.
And then you just put it all over.
Bless you.
Bless you. Bless us all. I was wondering your thoughts on men hearting other men's messages. My husband and his friend heart each other's responses. I explained that this is weird. I asked men at my work that have a group text with each other that are just men, and they said that they have never heart emojied any messages. I will add my husband as a counselor and his friend as a counselor, so maybe this is just how counselors communicate.
What?
I work in law
These grown
enforcement.
people.
Thanks.
This is not a question. Are these grown people?
Do men do the thumbs up instead of the heart?
I heart things all the time.
Yeah, I heart
No,
things too.
I love to heart things. And I love when men heart
I'm not hearting
things
anything.
and messages.
You
for
don't
me.
heart anything? You,
No.
You've hearted
I
every
will
message I
find-
sent you.
No, I have not.
Dude, first of all,
We all heart.
I have never hearted a message.
Rafe's Wordle.
I've never hearted a message.
oh,
Listen,
sure
Go ahead.
you have.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
heart
I may
this.
have ha-ha'd a message, never hearted it.
I'm sure you.
Nope.
Ha-ha.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't heart anything.
I don't heart.
You do thumbs up
Because
or
I'm 45 years
exclamation.
old.
Well,
Knock it
that's a
off.
damn shame.
Okay, I thumbs up that. You know, you don't really respond. I thumbs up that. I'm the only one that's responding to anything here. Am I the only one working in this
No,
relationship?
get out of here.
Wow.
It's a one-sided relationship.
All right, you thumbed up Kevin Nealon tomorrow 9 a.m. I thumbs up.
But I thumbs up you like when an actual message of thumbs up.
You do. You don't heart.
I don't heart. Nope.
Oh, that was mine. I hearted you.
I'm telling you, I've never done it.
Interesting.
Okay, so I do it because the heart signifies that. Oh, I love that.
I don't do it because I'm not 16 and a girl.
16. Man,
what?
You're a goof.
But hearts are totes, dude.
They are totes. And it's so easy. Why you're going into your emoji log and you're getting thumbs up? That takes more time. Just double tap that stuff, dude.
Little man, I am secure.
That's what
with
you're
my
doing? You're doing the
masculinity.
thumbs up emoji? Are you double tapping? Are you tapping and then going to the thumbs up?
No, I type thumbs and a little thumb comes up and I just press that.
That is so much more effort than needed.
Did you just text me? You goof.
Me? I didn't text you.
What? Oh, that was. Wait, that. Yes, you did.
Are
Oh
you
no,
out of
that
your
was
mind?
yesterday. You actually put love that. You wrote love that. Your last text to me was love that.
That is.
All you
more
got to
than a
do is
heart.
love that.
No.
You could have saved
I'm not a
yourself time.
16-year-old girl. Next.
Well, yeah.
Argument over. Riz wins again.
Wow.
Next.
Commenting on big people at Cardinals games
Yes.
/ flights. I'm 6'4", 400-pound man, and I hate being uncomfortable, and I also hate the idea of inconveniencing others due to my size. Here's the guide for big folks to enjoy themselves while being respectful and self-aware.
Okay, this goes back to opening day where somebody bought seats in the bleachers. So he bought 2 seats, one for him and one for his wife. There happened to be some larger individuals that were sitting next to him who kind of, I don't want to say bled into, who took up more than their allotted seat and went into their seats. So what do you do?
Garrett here says, Cardinals games. Go or call on the call or go on the Cardinals website and buy tickets in the handicap row. They provide armless chairs to sit in. Very comfy. You can also call and ask about aisle seats where the armrest comes up. If both of those fail, or you do it day of, go to Will Call and ask what the options are. You do have options. Flights. Fly first class or utilize Southwest's extra seat policy. Look that up online. Garrett, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help.
No, and I said, and some of you guys in the studio were like, well, maybe you should find another seat, I'm like, no, why should I find another seat?
No, we were talking about leaning back today, and the tall people in the chat were like, "Oh, I'm 6'8".
Why should I find another seat? Like it's that's your problem. Like you can't fit in the seat.
Yeah, I can't play basketball.
This is where I want to sit. Why is it my problem?
Well, why? I wonder if there could be some sort of ticket bundle for people who are larger who need 2 seats to feel more comfortable, and then everybody else around them
There
can be
may
more
be.
comfortable.
I don't know.
Well, Garrett is saying that there are options. You just have to
There are
care
options. There
enough
Right,
to
sure.
not, you got to care enough to go for them and not bitch about short people wanting
And
to
this is where that podcast title of Riz hates fat people.
Yes.
Scott Rizzuto hates fat people. That's where that
But
podcast
if
title
you
came
can't
from.
run for Senate anymore.
Yeah, listen, I have sympathy, and if it's a sold out game or whatever, it's opening day, everything's crowded. Now I'm going to have to go find another seat?
Yeah.
Why? Like if there's another seat in a row where I could see, fine, I'll fine.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of this doesn't have to
Coexisting.
become a thing. I will find a new seat. But why does your thing have to become my thing? Why do I always have to be the unselfish one? I'm tired of it.
Now you sound
We're
like
having
everyone
the
else.
same conversation we had last week all over again.
Yeah. This is those the complaints we got earlier about leaning seats back. That's their thinking
why?
too.
I'm tired of it.
My thing isn't anything like that. It's smelly people in general. So I get upset when I sit down or am around people and they might smell bad.
Stank is a bit different.
But that becomes my problem real fast.
Stank
because
is a bit different because maybe they're not aware they stank.
Sure, but I'm moving. I will get up and go.
I get that.
You know?
I understand. Right? That's a little different.
Stinking?
Stinking.
Yeah, I mean, and they might have just forgot their deodorant. Then.
It's a bit different.
It's fairly okay. So it's funny. We have an email about this.
One more. Then we got to get to Kerber.
Well, it just says, so what would you say about somebody that has body odor, like not shower or keep themselves clean, but a medical condition that they can't help?
Sure.
Do you still have the same mindset? I think I agree with Riz's train of thought, but also think you can't do anything about it. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Sometimes you get stuck with a rotten person next to you.
Yeah, smelly people.
Not just saying smelly people. Could be bad behavior. Could be any number of things. It's just it's luck of the draw.
Dude, I said.
Well, at least they're in there confined. At least they're in what they paid for.
Well, that's funny you say that because the last time that I had an encounter with a really smelly feller was it was a flight. And I paid extra. It did that little thing when you're checking in. It's like, would you like to pay an extra $60?
To not sit next to somebody smelly?
No,
Yes,
no. To have
next to
an
one.
exit
$50.
row. This was a long flight. It was like to have an exit row, so you got more leg room. And I was like, heck yeah. So I did it, and what do you know? I got the window like I like it. I got the extra thing, and nobody paid the extra $40, $60, whatever it was, to sit in the middle seat. And I was like, yes, and I got this right here. This is great. Well, right before the plane took off, the guy behind me saw that was open and came up and sat. And this was a big feller, and he had a really skin-tight shirt on, and he must have been sweating or something. He sat down. He took both armrests, as you're supposed to, in the middle seat. But this guy was, baked BO, guys. It was like he had been cooked.
I can't deal.
Sucks.
It was like he had been cooked, and this is like a 6-hour flight, and I'm just going, like every breath, I could taste this guy. It was the freaking worst.
That is unfortunate, like luck of the draw.
Yeah.
And you know what I thought? I thought, this is awful, but it's how the cookie crumbles. That's how it goes. I'm still bitching about it.
I know, and maybe if there was an empty seat, you could have moved.
Oh man,
If you spent the money.
like I could smell his last 3 dinners.
Oh boy,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
With that being said,
his elbows were sweating.
we need to take a break. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to talk to Chris Kerber. It's our weekly Wednesday chat with the Curbs. Final Blues game tonight, and then that's it. That's it. There is no joy in Mudville as far as Blues playoffs. Not happening. All right, 8:33. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. Severe delays, 270 eastbound between 55 and Missouri AB. Average speed down to about 20 miles an hour. It looks like everything's kind of a mess. Just above 40 right there. Your point forecast, dry and breezy, high of 82. Right now it is 67 at the Point Studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kerber. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, everybody. How are you?
Doing well. You down in Dallas?
We are down in Dallas. One more game to go to wrap up this season, and it'll be a late start tonight, unfortunately, with the national TV game, but we'll be ready to go.
Well, before we get into the hockey talk, I do want to say happy National Banana Day. That's right. It's National Banana Day, Chris. I don't know how you're celebrating.
Oh, Doyle rules is right.
How are you celebrating this National Banana Day, Chris? In detail.
Well,
please.
I'm just gonna peel my way through it.
Oh, stop
Oh,
that.
not bad. That was really slick.
Stop that.
Yes. Sorry, King Scott. Didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
That's all right.
Did you know? Yeah.
No true.
You are
rules.
mowing King Scott's lawn, buddy.
Come on.
Did you know that bananas are actually berries. That's right.
Yes.
Bananas are botanically berries because they grow from a flower with a single ovary and also contain seeds. Duh. Idiots.
Yeah. Well, I do have to tell you, full confession here, that it was a couple years ago. You guys were talking about the proper way to peel a banana.
Yes.
And my life changed in that moment.
I told you, man.
So you peel from Satan's anus, right?
I now do that, and you'd never have to rip a banana open and say like,
It's easy.
Yep. I peel from the bottom side.
There we go.
That's right.
Now, it's not the bottom side, it's the top side.
That's the top side.
I still do it the wrong way because I'm a creature of habit. So, see, I
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you grab the handle.
I
It's
grab the
not
handle
monstrous
and
that
pull
you do it.
down.
It's monstrous that you know that that's wrong.
And
And
yeah,
I
you
still
still
do
do
it.
it.
I know, dude. I'm a total monster.
Wild.
All right, for those watching the cameras, you pinch, you just peel it down, and
you-
then you've got
and if
a
you
little
look-
handle.
Even
That's right.
monkeys do it that
You
way.
peel too low, man. That's how much you peel that thing back.
I will.
Oh, you've exposed 75% of the banana. What are you doing?
Listen,
That thing looks erotic right now.
I will house the 75% within moments
In one
and,
bite.
and I want to scout it out. I want to really
I don't
check,
want to watch
check
you.
the integrity.
Listen, Kerber doesn't want.
Oh, he can't see what's going on.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, but he can mentally
Only
picture
the
Moon
YouTube.
eating a banana right now.
What's that?
All right, thank you guys.
That was nice.
Man, you got to do what you got to do. It's National Banana Day.
I know all bets are
My
off.
wife,
huh?
my wife has gotten to the point now where she's making a lot of banana bread, like we're letting the bananas go bad, and then she's got this terrific recipe for banana bread. So that's kind of the most recent kick in our
With
house.
chocolate chips, she put chocolate chips in them.
Walnuts.
No, she does not do that. Ooh, haven't brought that up. That's a good idea.
You got to do
idea.
that, dude. You got to do
Tim,
that.
my husband Tim does banana bread all the time too. I don't know what's going on with our spouses. but
Yeah, so my wife will make banana bread sometimes with chocolate chips, sometimes like not. But when they're in there, it's a nice surprise. I go, woohoo!
Ooh, naughty
right.
bread. Nice.
Yeah.
No, we were on a flight once, and the flight attendants said, coming. I think we were coming home, and they were bringing like some cookies around. Anybody want a cookie? And they were oatmeal cookies with raisins. And at that point, I learned that Blues general manager Doug Armstrong does not like raisins in his oatmeal cookies.
Oh, dang.
So, like, I don't know where you guys are on that one, but he's
I
pretty
could-
adamant. He goes, I just like an oatmeal cookie without raisins.
I
every
can take
now
them or
and
leave
then."
them, but I need to be informed before I bite into them.
Agreed.
It's like if brownies have nuts and you don't tell somebody they got nuts in them, you're a friggin' monster.
Yeah. Brownies should not have nuts in them. That's
They
pretty simple.
shouldn't. They shouldn't. But it's criminal to have somebody believe there are no nuts in the brownies and not tell them there are. Criminal.
Now we'll go back to the bananas. I think to me one of the greatest sandwiches in the history of sandwiches, right, is peanut butter. You put banana on the top of it, then you drizzle some honey.
Yep.
Put it on some wheat bread. That might be one of the greatest sandwiches in the history of sandwiches.
That's great. And what's the Elvis? That's the put bacon on there too.
No, I thought was the Elvis the mayonnaise?
No.
No.
Elvis is bacon, peanut butter, and banana.
Yeah.
Yummy.
And the
Gotcha.
best people to ever make it was the iron barley back in the day. They had a ballistic Elvis.
Yeah, the ballistic
that was
Elvis.
Just like it was a life changer, and I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm serious. Like
Now, why did they call it the ballistic? They call it the ballistic Elvis because it ran through you.
No, I forget what it had. It had something like slightly extra, but I mean,
Yeah, it
just
was
the way.
something slightly extra.
What was
Good
it?
question.
Did it have jelly on it? Maybe.
Man, it had a little something extra on it, but
can't remember.
they like pressed it.
Yeah, they pressed it, and it might have had hot sauce. Was it hot sauce? Dang.
You guys know what a fluffernutter is?
Yeah, that's like the marshmallow fluff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a northeastern in you coming through. My wife introduced our family to those. She's from Western Massachusetts, and now that's pretty much the staple in our house. People come over, they're like, it's like you got to try a fluffernutter.
Yeah. Now, do you eat your bananas when they're partially green, mostly green, perfectly yellow, no green or brown spots on them?
See, bananas are kind of like the Christmases of fruit, because that peel could be perfectly yellow, everything could be fine. You open it up, and the whole banana is brown. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. There's no way. Like you can tell the soft parts of an apple, right?
Yeah.
Or you can tell that an orange is a little off because the peel has already started to separate. Bananas, you're just hosed. Like you don't know exactly. So no, I don't do them when they're green, but just when they're yellow, that's the perfect time for a
Well,
banana.
it's like avocados too. Avocados, you don't know what you're getting when you open them up.
You can
and they're
peel
like
that
$3
little
an
bottom.
avocado.
You peel the little
Little button.
Yeah.
a little button off, and you can see if it's green in there.
Yeah.
Hey, the Ballistic Elvis at Iron Barley, which is, I don't think there's Iron Barley anymore, but it was it's peanut butter, banana, American cheese,
Oh, the
strawberry
American cheese, yeah.
preserves.
No, Chris,
No,
it sounds
was-
gross, but
truly
it was
spectacular.
terrific. And just
Yeah, I think I'd have to try it. I mean, I'm willing to try anything. I'm never eating beets anymore. I've told you guys that, but I'll try anything else, I think.
And by the way, bananas are the top impulse produce purchase in grocery stores. So there you go. There's everything
Really?
you need to know about bananas and more. Happy National
Do you know
Banana
the code
Day.
number?
4011.
Okay, good.
You know why bananas will never go out? Or
What do you think? I'm an idiot?
Just checking. I don't know.
it's
I don't
because
know who my-
it's because the price is so reasonable.
Bananas?
Yeah, think if they skyrocketed banana prices. Every time you go get bananas, don't you go, oh, thank goodness.
When was the last time you cut up a banana and put it on some Cheerios?
Oh, probably a year ago. That's a good idea. I
Couple
haven't done that in a
weekends
while. I'm
Yeah,
weird about the size.
that is actually that's another great use for a banana.
Yep, or grape nuts.
My husband has strict rules. If I'm buying bananas, I can't get the extra large ones. He's like, you have to get like the normal sized one. So what does that mean?
Plantain?
Jealousy.
Jealousy?
Yeah. All right, Chris. Tonight it's the Blues and Stars in Dallas, and that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote for the season. So what happens? So take me through what happens after tonight's game. Not like, all right, what are you going to make trades? Is Drew Bannister going to be here? Like, so what are the players doing?
So you'll get through the game today, and honestly, because just people ask like, well, what do you expect tonight? And for me, honestly, I just hope that our guys can get through it healthy. I don't want to see a guy break something on the game number 82 and then have to deal with months of rehab.
Yeah.
But just put a good performance on the ice. For everybody, and then you head into the off season. They do what they call kind of exit interviews. Clean out days, another way to do it, where they'll show up at the rink, and they'll do a lot of these tomorrow and over the next couple of days. Doug Armstrong's going to meet the media tomorrow morning out at Centene. The coaches, and they'll sit with the players. Doug will then have some meetings with the leadership group, other guys, what do you think on the season? And over the next week or so, so basically tomorrow they'll fulfill any end of season media obligations.
Right.
And then guys will stick around for a little while. Some guys may leave right away, head to their hometowns, head to wherever they head for the summer. And they just kind of relax. Look, even if you miss the playoffs, it's a long grind. It's a long season, so guys will unwind there a little bit. And then Doug will start and the coaches will start their evaluation processes. And that will lead to, Army talking to players, Army talking to coaches, Army talking to his scouts. They'll try to get a real good sense, since he's not in the locker room, of what's going on down there, where help needs to be made. And then guys will eventually, over the next couple weeks, disperse into their summer routines while the other teams are playing that are still in the playoffs. And you go from there. And then, it's one of the difficult times when this kind of thing happens. And it hasn't happened much, guys, because this is only the 11th time in franchise history that the Blues have missed the playoffs. But you know that you're not coming back with the same team. So there is that feeling of, I wonder if this is the last time I may play with this guy, that kind of thing. And that's part of the emotion of the end of a season.
Yeah.
I do love the fact that now that I'm envisioning the locker room right before they take the ice, and they're like, all right, guys, don't get hurt.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, listen.
That's
poor Oscar Sundquist has got to rehab, a torn ACL right again. And so last summer he was healthy and he had a really good year until that ACL tore on him this year. It's just, and even from a fan standpoint, you want this because you want the players that are going to be coming back. You want them to have a healthy off season where they can be training properly. And if you're rehabbing injuries, and there will be some, we'll find out. If a guy was nicked up, maybe had some cleanup surgeries, whatever it may be. But you want him to have a healthy offseason because that gives you a better chance for a better start to the year.
Well, and just, there will probably be a new Blues coach next season. But since Bannister took over the Blues on December 13th, the Blues have gone 30, 19, and 4. A 604 points percentage that ranks 13th in the league. Across an 82-game season, that would have put them on pace for 99 points, which would have put them in the playoffs.
Wow.
So he did his job.
Yeah, you know what? Look, I don't know how that's going to shake out with Doug and what's available. There are still some coaches that could be could lose their jobs after the first round of the playoffs here in about 10 days. That can totally change the landscape of the coaching carousel that is every year that is known in the National Hockey League. Drew Bannister came in, did what he was asked to do. Right. He held players accountable, which you have to do by ice time and things. And you're right. He put this team at 11 games over 500. He showed, whether it's a head coach here, an assistant coach somewhere, a head coach somewhere, he showed he belongs in the National Hockey League. And it was not an easy situation to come in and to replace a Craig Berube and, the quick legend that Craig had become. The fan favorite. Look, I'll make the case still. Craig Berube was far more popular than any player the St. Louis Blues had on their roster.
Yeah, and you saw that when he got let go.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw that when he got let go. So not an easy situation for Drew to come in. His family didn't live here with him. They were still back home in Ontario, and
he killed it.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I have not been able to handicap and not had conversations with Doug or anybody on that, so I don't know how to shed any additional light on it at the moment, other than I mean, obviously that will be part of the evaluation process.
Hey, before we let you go, any words about Whitey Herzog? I know you're a blues guy, but obviously, with Whitey passing away yesterday, and I said this at the top of the show, not growing up here and seeing all the outpouring for Whitey, I can't wrap my head around what it was like to be a Cardinal fan in the 80s with Whitey Herzog as the manager. I just look at it, through other people's eyes, not living it myself. Any words?
Yeah, listen, I'm a diehard Cardinal fan. I grew up in St. Louis. I'm a diehard baseball fan, diehard Cardinal fan. Love going to games whenever I can go. And that was my era. I was born in 71. Whitey Herzog comes in, starts to turn things around. The Gary Templeton situation that led to the trade for Ozzie Smith. The kind of team, it was just an exciting baseball team. And even he felt, for example, John Tudor, starts the season 1-7 with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1985. And Whitey Herzog felt that if you brought John Tudor in with the defense that they had built and on the turf, that he could be an amazing pitcher. Well, he went something like 20-1 the rest of the year, finished second to Dwight Gooden in the Cy Young voting. They were just exciting baseball times. And his era didn't end as great, obviously, as it was in the middle. It's a shame that they couldn't get one of those other World Series in 85 or 87. But it was really neat. And I went up there when Whitey Herzog was put into the Baseball Hall of Fame. I went up there specifically because I wanted to hear his speech and see that induction ceremony. So an amazing legend in Cardinal baseball history, an amazing man. He loved the region. He loved the people in the St. Louis region. He was gracious to the very end with his time, with his life, with his knowledge, with his personality. And we didn't just lose a true legend and great baseball man, but we lost somebody that was a real fabric of a lot of people's lives because of the way he handled things. So a sad day, but a real special life that he lived.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris. Hey, next week, are you in town next week? What are you going away? Vacation? What are you doing?
No, I should be in town next week.
All right. We'd love to maybe see you up here at the studio at some point, during the off season.
Yes.
Have you
listen, I'm available for you guys whenever. So let's plan on maybe one more season wrap up one or whatever you guys need, and then I'll do whatever you guys ask. You know that.
There he is, the great Chris Kerber. We love you, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Let's rollerblade.
All right, cheers, everybody.
Scott wants to rollerblade with you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, but I'm not holding pinkies.
Bye, Chris.
He's so awesome.
Let's take a quick break. Let's load up the phones real quick, Scott. We'll do a quick contest. We'll play Porn Star Weatherman. Lern's going to read you the name of a showbiz personality. You have one Moon Lifeline.
All right.
2 out of 3 right, you win. Your choice. We got Blue October tickets, Struts tickets, Nikki Glazer tickets, or Cardinal tickets. Porn Star Weatherman, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. It's 9 o'clock. It's Wednesday. Traffic and Weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more in the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a crash 70 westbound just after 270. Further south from there, there's 2 lanes blocked due to a crash 270 southbound at Missouri 364. Your point forecast, dry and breezy, high of 82. Right now it's 69 at the Point Studio.
All right, we're playing a quick game today. It's porn star or weatherman. All right, simple concept. Lern is going to read you the name of a showbiz personality. Mm-hmm. And you tell us if that person is a pornography star or a weather person. 2 out of 3 right, you win. Moon is your lifeline if you need him. You can use him once. Whatever he says is binding.
Mm-hmm. He's really good at
so
this game, too.
I'm not. I'm really not.
All right, if you win, we've got your choice, Blue October, Switchfoot, Matt Nathanson tickets, St. Louis Music Park, August 16th. Tickets to go see the Struts on July 27th over at the Factory. We got tickets to go see Nikki Glazer next Saturday over at the Fabulous Fox. And we got tickets for Grateful Dead Night over at the Cards game this coming Friday, Cards and Brewers. All right, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Let's go to Tristan in Granite City. Good morning, Tristan.
Morning, Riz.
All right, Tristan, here we go. Porn star or weather person?
All right, Tristan.
I should be good at this.
There we go.
Great.
I watch a lot of weather.
We got a comedian on the phone. All right, Mike Morgan. Who is it?
Weatherman.
Yes, off to a wonderful start. Mike Morgan is a weatherman out of Oklahoma City.
So far, backing up the big talk. I
That's
like
right.
it.
Here we go.
All right, Tristan. Kurt Lockwood.
Oh, that's got to be a porn star.
It is,
This man knows
yes.
his porn. And
Hang on.
I stand by it.
Okay, here we go. Let's go to Olivia in St. Louis. Good morning, Olivia.
Hi.
Hi. All right, Olivia, porn star or weatherman?
Olivia, Woody Fox, porn star or weatherman?
Weatherman.
No. As a porn star. Everybody knows that.
Dang.
Dang it.
Next.
Jeff Fox,
Now, it's Jeff with a G.
which is the incorrect way of spelling Jeff.
And he's not worthy.
Okay, I'll do Weatherman again.
Yes.
Very good.
Jeff Fox, Jeff with a G, is a weatherman out of Norfolk, Nebraska. And it comes down to this.
All right, Olivia.
Go, Olivia.
Guy Hagee, porn star or weatherman?
Porn star.
Ooh, weatherman. Guy Hagee out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
Dang it.
Dang it, indeed. All right, let's go to
Hey, Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now?
Aaron in Highland. Good morning.
Great.
Are you there?
Hi.
Aaron, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, I got you. I got you. Woo. Okay, here we go. Porn star weatherman.
I'm here.
All right, Aaron. Breck Bolton, porn star or weatherman?
Weatherman.
Yes, Breck Bolton, weatherman out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Next, off to a great start.
Lawson Kane, porn star or weatherman?
Porn star.
Lawson Kane, porn star.
Wow.
Look at Aaron. Hang on.
Just so you know, I've gotten every one of these wrong.
Oh,
I mean, the last
don't
like
say that
6
on
of
the
them
air.
I have.
I think I need to remind everybody
got
once
them all.
again. I need to remind everybody once again that Moon is
Lifeline.
Moon is an available lifeline.
Yeah, just in case you want to lose.
Marty, hello.
Morning, guys.
All
Happy
right.
birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. Let's play porn star or weatherman.
Marty, the name is Ivan Cabrera. Is that a porn star or weatherman?
That's a weatherman.
Yes, it is. Out of Miami. Killing it today.
Ivan.
Except for Olivia, who lost. Sorry, Olivia.
Well, we don't want to talk about that. All right, Marty. Damon Dice, porn star or weatherman?
Can I use Moon for the middle one?
Yes, you can.
of course.
Yes, you can.
Let's see. He's either
Come on, man.
He's a weather star or a pornman.
Damon Dice.
Dice. Damon
Damon
Dice.
Dice.
The Dice Man,
The
they
Dice.
call him.
Hey, Dice.
Hey, he's doing the dice too.
Hi, I'm Damon Dice. Your weather is sponsored by Damon Dice.
Damon Dice.
I'm going to say weather star.
No.
That is a porn
Damon
star.
Dice. is a
Oh,
porn
man, I
star.
told you. What are you doing?
You're on your own, Marty, for this one.
All right, Marty, it all comes down to this. Rod Hill. Is that a porn star or weatherman?
Rod Hill.
Rod, you got to go porn star.
All right, he's going porn star. No. Weatherman out of Portland.
Rod.
Rod, I think that's a bit too on the nose.
Right.
Dang. Man, I'm
Bit
sorry.
two on the D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damon
Okay.
does.
All right. Nick in St. Louis. Good morning, Nick.
Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Nick, here we go. Porn star or weatherman?
The name is Logan Pierce. Is that a porn star or weatherman?
Moon, I'm taking you first so I can blame you.
Okay, I'm just going to go with natural instinct here. I'm just going to say porn man.
That's a
Logan
porn
Pierce?
man.
Yes, porn man.
All right.
Porn star. Porn star. Come on.
Porn man.
Have some respect.
It's equal opportunity when it's star.
Have some respect.
Well, then they're weather stars as well.
They are. All right, Nick. Gary Sadowski. Is that a porn star or weatherman?
Weatherman.
Yes.
Wow, you
Ain't
got
no
it.
Sadowski porn star.
What a team. What a team.
Gary Sadowski.
Listen, if I haven't heard of them, they're not stars.
Nobody wants to get pounded by Gary Sadowski.
There are
I
porn
gotta be
stars.
so graphic.
Yeah, I mean, that was
It's porn
Why
star
you
or
gotta take-
weatherman. It's graphic
take it
already.
there?
On it.
that was quite beyond.
I was going to say, nobody wants to star in a film with Gary Sadowski.
Oh, excuse me.
Quite
I
beyond
live in Missouri.
the width of this show.
No one wants to star in an adult film with Gary Sadowski. Gary.
Pornography star.
Gary.
Get Gary
Hey,
to the
Gary.
set.
Oh, where's Gary again? We got everything ready.
Sadowski. Always waiting on Sadowski. Hello, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy anniversary, Lern.
Oh, thanks.
Today's your anniversary?
My 1-year anniversary on the show is today.
How did you not know that?
Everybody knows that. Debbie knew it.
Yeah.
Everybody that
I
saw her
didn't
It's her
know.
post.
show. You didn't know?
19
April
minutes ago?
17th,
Knew that.
2023.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
You didn't know
I'm
that
a
either, did
winner
you?
already.
I
Yeah,
told
give
you.
Debbie the tickets.
Anybody that saw her post 19 minutes ago knows that,
I
including
did.
myself.
Right.
You're not on the. Yeah, I put it on the.
I'm not on the
socials.
mailing list.
It's okay. It's okay. Debbie.
I will get you exactly what the station got me for the 10-year anniversary.
Oh,
of the
yeah,
show,
yeah.
okay?
You're going to love this.
Hang on.
I'm
hang on.
gonna
You're going to
Yeah.
love what they got us.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here's what the station got me. Ready?
Yes. I love how long it took you to find the crickets, dude. That's great. Thank you for the crickets.
Okay.
Debbie.
That would have been nice. I could have fed them to the lizards.
Actually, you know what? Those cicadas
Crickets
are
would have
popping
been
up,
nice.
dude.
Yeah, okay, as bait for
Crickets
the,
actually would have been
for
nice.
the leopard geckos.
I think the cicadas are starting to come out today.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Is it that?
I think it's time. I'm not kidding.
That's kind of cool.
I know. All right, anyway,
I've
Debbie.
been watching a lot of
Here we go.
Weathermen.
Xander Corvus. Is that a porn star or weatherman?
Can you say it again?
Yes, I can. Xander Corvus.
There's a Corvus. Weatherman.
No.
Yeah.
Porn star.
All right, let's try it with this. Sophie Anderson. Porn star or weatherman? Woman. Weather woman.
I'm going to defer to Moon.
Boom.
Yo, show me Weather Star.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Sophie
Debbie's out.
Anderson.
Are you real?
Yeah,
Is that
Debbie's
real?
out. Debbie
porn
lost.
star.
No. I'm
Bye,
so
Debbie.
sorry, Debbie. She seems so
She's
nice.
very sweet.
Oh, man. I felt good about that.
All right, one final contestant here. Let's go to Justin in Granite City. Good morning, Justin.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that.
You didn't even let me say sorry to her. You just
that was
We
it.
dumped
dumped.
out. All right, Justin.
Justin.
Robin Reed. Is that a porn star or weatherman?
Well, I don't want Moon to feel left out, so let's give it to him first.
All right, here we
Why
go.
would you be so stupid? What's the name?
The name is Robin Reed.
How do you spell it?
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
R-E-E-D.
Oh, well, definitely Weather Star. Weather Star.
Right on, Moon, right on.
Take it,
Right on
baby.
indeed.
Take it.
Here we go.
All right, Justin. Wes Hohenstein.
Say that one more time, please.
Wes Hohenstein.
Let's hope that's a weatherman.
Yes, it is.
Whoa.
Winner.
Wow.
Hohenstein. Out of
Hohenstein.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Oh, all right. We got a winner. That's
Holy
great.
cow.
You want to just let's say Moon's going for tickets
I
right now.
participated in
Yeah.
the win.
Let's say Moon's playing right
Okay,
now. So
best
you're a
of three.
contestant. Good morning, Moon from St. Charles.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. All right. Porn
Congratulations on 1 year.
Thanks,
Lern.
Moon.
Star, porn star or weatherman? Here we go.
Here we go. Katrina Voss.
Voss. Porn woman.
That's incorrect.
For one.
You are a dirty
I
individual.
told you I'm terrible at
For
this.
one.
Here we go. Ready for this? Devin Wolf.
Wolf with a U or an O?
With an O. Sexy.
Weather star.
One star.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, one more.
I got to get what?
Here we go. Brandon Weathers.
Brandon Weathers. Oh, that's definitely a weather star.
Congratulations.
Good for you, buddy.
Thank you,
Proud of
man.
ya.
That feels a lot better than
Good
losing.
for you. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We got a couple news stories, maybe some sports. It's 9:20. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
You know, at least you know that we're never cheating on these games.
Oh, no,
you
we
know what I
aren't.
mean?
And I swear to God.
I know. Every time you make me a lifeline, I think we prove that.
I mean, you could be faking that too, but I will tell
Why
you.
would I do that? No, I
have no
would
idea.
never be so vicious. Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. A right-hand shoulder block due to a crash. 70 westbound at 270.
Still thinking about porn stars. Huh?
What? 2 lanes blocked due to a crash. 270 southbound at 364. Your point forecast, dry and breezy, high of 82. Right now it's 69 at the Point Studio.
Back to porn. Tomorrow, a comic legend, and I could say legend with this guy. Comic legend George Wallace
Nice.
will be here tomorrow. I mean, this dude has been in everything from Mr. Deeds
Batman
to
Forever.
Batman Forever. He's at a Helium Comedy Club this weekend with Marsha Warfield, who was Roz from Night Court.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a whole thing this weekend over at Helium.
Didn't he wear? Doesn't he always wear like a Rue hat or something? What was
Yes.
it? Yes.
Yeah, he's
Something like
famous
that.
for the backwards, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, what kind of
I
hat
see
is
that.
that?
It's
It's like a Kangol cap.
Yeah, Kangol.
That's what it is. Yes.
But what do you call it? It's not like a golf thing. It's a...
It's like the backward French
It's a
hat.
badass thing.
Oh, he was in Lady Killers. And he's going to be here.
This is
at,
awesome.
9 o'clock, Tamara.
Wow.
All right, we got a couple minutes left. Let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by.
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
So if you've been amazed, does anybody drink like zero sugar products?
No.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I've had like the Zevious sodas.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, you're gonna die a horrible painful death.
Get ready. No, if you've been amazed at how delicious like a recent zero sugar product tastes, there might be a surprising reason for that. Pepsi is recalling more than 230 cases of Schweppes zero sugar ginger ale because it's actually chock full of sugar.
Really? I had one last week, one of those. I love ginger ale.
Were you buzzing, bro?
I think I was.
Well, and here's the thing, though. There was some kind of mix-up, and the product canned as zero sugar contained full sugar.
Oops.
Which is a real problem if you got, like, diabetes or
Oh,
something.
man, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, so did the other one get, did the sugary one get the stevia or whatever it's in it?
I don't know.
I doubt
The recall
Pepsi's using
effects,
that.
products shipped to Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. So we should be okay here. But naturally, this is more than just an unexpected sugar high. Some people have medical conditions that make these products dangerous to drink. Nobody has gotten sick or anything so far. And I don't know how they discovered the era, but the recall products have a sell-by date of May of 2024. And if you don't have a reason to limit your sugar intake, it sounds like they're safe to drink.
Yeah.
It's just literally just a canning mix-up. Speaking of recalls, Ford recalling more than 42,000 Broncos and Escapes.
In honor of.
In honor of OJ.
This is so sweet of him.
Wow. One last gift.
So Ford recalling more than 42,000 vehicles due to a fuel injector crack that could cause a leak, leading to your house catching on fire. The recalled vehicles include 2022, 23 Broncos, 2022 Escapes. Dealers going to update the engine control software to include fuel injector leak detections and install a drain tube free of charge. Contact your official Ford dealership if you have any questions or concerns. How about this one for bad news? The United States is experiencing an unprecedented shortage of certain drugs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not like
Meth?
meth or cocaine.
But like Pepto?
But like things people need. So according to reports, 323 drugs were in shortage in the first quarter of this year. The previous quarterly record was 320 back in 2014. Some of this stuff is like Wegovy, the weight loss drug,
right.
Diabetes injection and weight loss drug, Zepbound, antibiotics, and certain drugs that are key for cancer patients. And there's a shortage of certain ADHD medications.
Wait, is this due to the popularity of weight loss
The
injections?
Wegovy, yes.
Whoa, so that it's kind of taken away from folks that need it?
Yes.
Yikes.
Well, especially Ozempic, they're saying.
Not a good look.
Like people who actually need Ozempic for diabetes, they're having a hard time getting it.
Oh, no.
Man.
And they're saying the ADHD stuff, too.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Wow.
Because people are on it more than ever. And they're literally saying it's a supply and demand thing.
Got to fix that. I mean, how do you do that? I don't understand how we run out of stuff like this. This is stuff people need to stay alive. The diabetics with the Wegovy or whatever.
How about the
cancer
drugs for
medication.
cancer patients?
Right. I'm wondering what it
It
is.
seems important.
It is there. I try to read up on what is causing it, and everybody's saying it's supply and demand.
There's just too many people needing
Too many
it.
people needing it.
Wow, that's not a good stat.
No. It's
No,
not.
and especially the Ozempic, Wegovy, and the ADHD stuff. The ADHD stuff, so many people getting diagnosed.
Well, it's even. Well, I mean, that's frightening by itself. But what sucks even more is thinking, well, that jacked the prices in coming years.
Well, and also the fact that people are getting diagnosed, not really needing it.
The ADHD
Yeah.
medication,
Yes.
sure.
That's what they're saying,
Some.
too.
Yeah.
Some. Not all.
Not all.
Some people really do need some of these medications. Others do not. So, if it turns out this works on humans, okay, the makers of Axe body spray might be preventing a lot of drunken brawls.
What?
The Wall Street Journal.
Because people are going
Hear me
to
out.
stay away from them?
Hear me out. Hear me out on
Is
this.
everybody so turned on?
The Wall Street Journal just did a big write-up on how farmers have started using Axe body spray to prevent male sheep from fighting.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's because you're like, man, who are you trying to press? Why do you have to smell like this around me? Why? It's too much.
I'd rather somebody smell good, be doused in something like Axe body spray than smell like butt crack.
Okay,
You know
but
what
here's
I'm
the thing, though.
saying?
Somebody
Well,
realized.
yeah, of course, but I mean, how many people really smell that bad? Typically, the Axe user is going so above and
What do you
beyond.
cover it up?
I never would have smelled you. I never would have.
Oh, he smells Axe.
I don't need you to have
Smells
an
like Axe up in
8-foot
here.
buffer.
Right.
So somebody realized the smell is so strong it masks the ram's natural pheromones. So it's a trick that's apparently been filtering through the sheep herding community for several years. Which, Scott, I'm surprised you haven't heard about this yet.
I know.
Didn't you get the newsletter?
No.
You're on top of that.
Well, I did buy some Axe recently. So from
There
the
is
sheep.
a specific scent called Axe Africa. It's supposed to work the best. Wikipedia says it's also marketed under the name Axe Kilo.
Yeah, that
Dude.
attracts wolves.
So if your sheep can't get along, or other guys are constantly wanting to fight you at a club, maybe buy a can.
Did a chemist figure this out, or like what farmer figured this out? You know what I mean? Like how did
Some
how
bro
did-
that works at a farm was like, dude, I've been spraying up because I got dates and like nobody's wanting to hang with Wallace the goat.
Yeah.
Like,
And then some.
And it's for some reason the sheep are just not fighting anymore.
Yeah, and then somebody took some aggro sheep to the to an auction block, and somebody saw that guy spraying him with Axe. Was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm making sure he doesn't fight. This stuff prevents it." And then across the nation, the newest trick in sheepery.
Wow.
Yep, and sheepery.
This is good. Sheep tech is increased.
And listen, if you don't have Axe body spray and you're just so the ball of anger, you just want to fight somebody or something. Here's an anger management hack.
Are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening to myself here. Okay, a new study found there's an easy way to deal with angry feelings that might even eliminate them entirely. Here we go. Just write down what you're feeling and shred it.
Yes.
Write down what you're feeling. I know this may sound all hippy-dippy, but write what you're feeling down and shred it.
Okay, here we go.
Researchers had students submit their opinions on different things, including social issues. For example, should smoking in public be allowed? And they were told experts would evaluate their opinions and get back to them. But they all just got the same response designed to make them pissed off. It said, I cannot believe an educated person would think like this. I hope this person learns something while at the university. So that's what they were given back.
I feel so much better right now.
The students were then asked to write about how it made them feel. Some were asked to hang on to the paper, and others were told to toss or shred it. They also had to rate how angry they felt before and after they did. And the study found writing about their feelings did help a little, but shredding the paper made a much bigger difference. The ones who did it basically felt no anger at all. I'll go further. I'll bet wiping your butt with it works too.
Yeah.
I've heard.
That's right.
I've heard.
Flushing it down the toilet.
Unfortunately, they did not test that, but I'm going to say I'm going to wipe my ass with this paper and then shred it, and I'm going to feel much, much better.
You do all that and spray Axe body spray on you, and you're just a neutral.
Get a flamethrower. You know what I'm talking about.
You're a
Let's
neutral
go.
bundle of
I
happiness.
feel great.
I do this with
You're welcome.
with Instagram. I'll make a post and
You think they tried
then I
this?
take it down immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like doing a passive-aggressive post that's really vague, you know? Lets everybody know, like, I'm on edge. Something's bothering me, but I'm not going to tell you.
But I'm not
what
going
it
to tell
is.
you. I'm going to keep you guessing.
Those people drive me nuts. And I
course
always
they
am
do.
interested. I'm always like, ooh, I wonder what it is.
Yeah. I wonder if they try that stuff with sheep. You know, let them write down
Write
their
it down.
feelings first and
Yeah.
wipe their butt, and
Vague booking.
none of this works.
I don't know. All right.
Try the Axe.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
One final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. That is it for us. Today's wrap-up sponsored by...
Jack in the Box Jack Wraps. A little bit of healthy, a little bit of indulgence, only at Jack.
All right, Moon, what's today's podcast title?
John Hamm has no butthole.
You know, when I said that today, I was like, there
There it is.
Oh, I thought Lern said that.
there is a possibility.
No, it was Riz.
Oh, yeah, I think you were suggesting it. You were thinking about
You
it.
led him into it.
I said Margot Robbie doesn't have lady bits.
Yeah, she's Barbie.
Yeah.
Well, John Hamm is our Margot Robbie.
Yes, indeed. All right, Moon, what do you got to plug?
We got Can You Feel the Punk tonight coming up May 11th, 3 p.m. and an 8 p.m. show. Make sure you get your tickets to that. That is going to be a blast. We had rehearsal last night. And if you saw it last year, this year is going to be twice as big and fun and good. And if you didn't get a chance to see it last year, you got to make sure you see it. Two
Bring
shows.
the kids, man. This is a great first concert for a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that 3 p.m. show is a perfect first concert for kiddos. And if you don't have kiddos, this is still for you. This is still very much for you. It's an all ages show. So come to the 8 p.m. show because it gets a little louder and it gets a little rowdier, and it's going to be fun. Not rowdy in a bad way, rowdy in a good way. Also, myself and Matt Rocchio, we are doing a pregame watch party and Soccer 101 live podcast. We're recording it, so come on down and be a part of that. That's happening Saturday at 9 Mile Garden in Afton on Gravois. St. Louis City versus Sporting KC kicks off around 7, but we're going to be down there from 5 to 7, hanging out, enjoying the food, the company. The weather should be pretty good.
Have you been down there yet? It's a cool spot.
Yeah, I haven't enjoyed it, but I've been by it a few times.
Cool spot there, 9 Mile Garden in Afton.
So join us, especially if you're a soccer fan or if you're just getting into soccer. Come on down, hang out with Rocchio and me, and get in on the podcast.
Learn.
I'm going to be in Fenton from 3 to 5 p.m. on Friday at the brand new Petromart. We have details at 1057thepoint.com in the events section. But I would love to see you. People are wondering how they can get, Riz Show stickers. That's going to be the spot. And we're going to have Point Fest tickets every 15 minutes.
And you could wish Learn a happy 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
1 year on the program.
Awesome. Congrats.
Glad to have you.
Me too.
Yeah.
Happy you're here. On the other hand, Scott.
Hey.
Zing.
Got me. No, I was just saying, I know we don't do shout outs, so I'm not going to say anything about a loyal listener, Tyler, and his soon to be bride, Nicole Obermeyer, who are getting married this weekend. Congrats.
Wow. Oh,
Not
why?
congrats. I wouldn't say that. Sorry. Not at all. I didn't mean to do it. Also,
the big mistake.
Also, I'm great opportunity. I'm going to offer something up here. If you follow me on Venmo at King Scout Rules,
Oh, wow.
I might like your post when you hit the dollar thing. It's only $1 to follow.
Is that right? Well, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our teamers. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shots, St. Louis home for Blues hockey from Washington, Missouri. Jared Manasco is our team today. And Jared wants to hear this here song.
Oh, good
And it's a
pick.
good one, too. We'll see you tomorrow. Done it next. Bye.
Energy up.
The Rizzuto Show.
Yes, have some. You go.
Hey guys, it's commercial break. Make sure to like,
Subscribe and share. It's the best way to show your love for the Rizzuto Show.
so cheesy.